Hey, what's up, Junkyard? Dude, I saw your builds. They were sweet, man. A Windows 7 build in 2024 is kind of like when, in the 2010s, a bunch of people were building like those Windows XP machines, or even I've seen actually recently people even doing like DOS builds and stuff. See, I have a strong memory of PC gaming around that time. Why is it so dark? Yeah, I have a strong memory of PC gaming around that time because that was kind of my start. I guess you could say like for me, like the PS1 and the N64 kind of coincided with me really getting into PC gaming the first time around. Like the first few games I really remember putting a ton of time into on PC was like UT99, and there was this game called Even More Contraptions, which was originally just called Contraptions, and it was like a construction mechanic thing. Like you could put like pulleys and levers together and explosives and just make a bunch of crazy shit. I remember playing Max Payne. I remember playing No One Lives Forever by Fox Interactive. Just a few, interesting, very, very old PC games now. And I just mainly remember installing the game was like a whole game within itself. Like, you'd have multiple CDs, you'd have codes that you would have to get off like the liner CD insert. I gotta put my headphones on. It's really hard to talk without being able to hear myself. I mean, I can through my own ears, but you know what I mean, monitoring levels and stuff. Yeah, I just remember like installing the game was a whole fucking process by itself. And then of course, what is this shit on my shirt? Then of course it was really tough because you had a bunch of audio issues. Oh, my shirt was inside out for a second, hang on. I remember audio was a fucking nightmare on really old PC games. Like, you would have to fuck with the IRQ channels and you would have to use batch files to enable it and have it like communicate with the sound card and stuff. Crazy how, I actually am old enough to now say like kids don't realize how good they have it, And before that was DMA with DOS for sound cards. Yep. Direct memory addressing, and then IRQ came with Windows 95. Absolutely. Yep. Well, I remember like some of my earliest memories being my dad like setting up really, really old games for me to play on a Windows 95 like beater computer that he just had laying around, because I was born in 94, so by the time I was old enough to really even be on the computer, I was like 5 or 6, And that was when I remember him working on like his old Windows 95 computer and stuff like that. So I've been like mired in that whole culture pretty much my entire life. And of course, you know how it is when you're that age. Like, everything your parents try to tell you is kind of in one ear and out the other. But my dad's still around, so I've still got time to ask him about it. That's a joke, by the way. He wouldn't want to hear it. He'd be like, why didn't you ask me this 20 years ago? Or 25 years ago now. More like it. Let's see. So when I'm talking into this, I kind of hear myself peaking a little bit. I don't know if you hear that. I upped the gain just 2 decibels and it sounds like that. Something must not be right. It shouldn't be doing that at all. I mean, if I get even remotely... Oh, never mind. It's probably not that. It might have just been my volume being too high. Anyways, so this fucking game, Rule of Rose, this has been a really, really weird playthrough. I mean, this game is convoluted, it's confusing, the movement is incredibly sluggish, the combat is even more sluggish somehow. It's been a slog, I'm not gonna lie. It has absolutely been a slog. It's been an enjoyable slog, but a slog nonetheless. I'm really glad to be back to a standard streaming schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's very enjoyable. I'm somebody that every aspect of my life, I feel like, is better off for having had a schedule. So I just operate better with schedules. Because if I just choose whenever I do and don't want to stream, the reality is there will be nights where I really should stream, but I'll choose not to. And I would really prefer to keep myself at 3 streams a week. That's just something that I immensely enjoy. I enjoy doing 3 streams a week, and I don't want to give that up just because I'm not feeling it one night or whatever the fuck, you know? I have a very full thing of coffee, by the way. Dunkin' Donuts is the blend tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too much into like real life stuff, but you know, there's just been a lot that I've been working on. There's a lot that I want to do as far as YouTube, as far as Twitch. But you know, something that's really weird is ever since I did that 68-hour fast, all my body wants to do is sleep. I mean, literally, I can sleep. Yesterday alone, I slept 13 hours. Not straight, but all throughout the day, just interspersed, I slept a total of 13 hours. And that's all my body wants to do. Like today, if I were to shut the stream and go lay in my bed, which is like 5 steps over that way, I'd be asleep within 10 minutes and I'd probably sleep 10 hours. You know, if I were so inclined. It's weird. It's like all my body wants to do is sleep now. So I've been kind of fighting that, and that's been hurting my productivity. But, you know, at the end of the day, streaming is kind of how I decompress at the end of a day, at the end of a week, whatever you want to call it. So I really don't want to give that up just because I'm not feeling 100%. You know what I mean? It's like they say, like, you know, I don't think of this as a side job. I don't think of it as a side gig. I just think of it as something I really enjoy doing. It's just a hobby that I fucking love doing. If it wasn't for me sitting here doing this once a week, I would go fucking insane. I'm serious. Like, I need this. Not to be, you know, not to sound like a crack addict, but I need to at least stream a couple times a week. Like, this shit keeps me sane. You know what I mean? Just like any hobby. You know, I used to be one of those people that anytime people ask me like, oh, are you going to try to go for partner or this, that, or the other? I would always be like, yes, 100%. I will go for partner. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. Nowadays, I don't really think about that because that's not like my goal. I actually find that I enjoy streaming a lot more when I don't think at all about numbers. Back in the day, I used to think about numbers a little bit, but it's just a waste of time. There's a quote that I really like. It's called "Comparison is the thief of joy." I forget who said it, but it's so true. If you compare yourself to other streamers that maybe stream similar games or do similar things to you, you're going to be miserable. If you compare yourself to yourself and where you think you should be in terms of streaming, you're going to be miserable. Just don't do it. Just turn the stream on with the goal of having fun, playing a game that you're interested in, regardless of what happens anywhere else. Good to go. And those are the ones that I enjoy the most. The last stream that really felt that way to me was Fears to Fathom 1 through 4. That was one of the most enjoyable streams because everybody was so invested in those games, and I fucking love those games. They're nice and casual. They are very much conversation starters. And they're just really great stream games. I cannot wait for the 5th one because I'm going to do several 1 through 5, episode 1 through 5 marathon streams of those. That's going to be really fun. I've tried streaming twice on Twitch, but got burnt out due to lack of interaction and feeling obligated to do it. If I had viewers that chatted, it would have been much easier. I will tell you, when I started this, and I'm talking way back when, because I've told this story a million times, back in 2012, when I first started, I streamed to 0 people for 6 straight months. Until my first like 3 or 4 viewers became regulars and started coming back. It sucks. It's hard to stay motivated, but it's part of it, man. And the main thing that I always recommend is just put some YouTube videos up. You know, I put a shitty YouTube video that I thought was incredibly low effort up. It got like 130,000 views. And videos that I put significantly more effort into got much less interaction than that. So the moral of the story is just throw shit up. Maybe someday you'll hit the algorithm lottery. You know, I didn't exactly hit the algorithm lottery, but 130,000 or 143,000 views is where it's at now. I never would have thought a video from a dog shit channel like mine would get views like that. So, yeah, and people have told me that before. They're like, dude, when you upload a video about Silent Hill, it gets like 3,000 to 4,000 views. Why don't you just spam those videos? And I'm like, good point. Why the fuck am I not doing that? You know, that's solid advice. I should be spamming Silent Hill videos. I should be spamming Silent Hill shorts. I should be spamming Silent Hill videos. Every little nugget of news that comes out about Silent Hill 2 Remake, I should be making a reaction video. If I had the real YouTube mindset, that's what I'd be doing. But the thing is, you gotta be fake and you gotta like do these wild, zany reactions on camera. Like, I don't know if I want to be that, you know? Not to say that I'm above people that do that, because look, I know it gets interaction. People enjoy watching it. They can kind of live vicariously through your excitement about things, but I don't know. I just don't want to be like waving my arms around and doing fucking Microsoft Connect gestures every bit of, you know, Silent Hill 2 news that gets announced. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too uppity about it, but who knows? That's just kind of my overall thoughts on it. But, you know, that advice was 100% true. I'll never sit there and say that I know better. I think they're 100% right. I should be grinding my ass off in Adobe Premiere every time something that's conversation worthy about Silent Hill comes up, or even shit that I've just wanted to talk about. Just make a video. If it gets like the 3,000 to 4,000 average that my Silent Hill videos typically get, you know, spam about 20 videos and just keep hitting subscriber milestones and, you know, advertising the Twitch. And also something that I want to start doing is streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. I already know how to do it, and it's actually pretty easy. It's just monitoring both chats is kind of annoying if you only have 2 monitors, which I only have 2. So I would probably need to get a third monitor and put it above my OBS like diagnostic monitor that's over this way, off to the left of the camera. I'd probably have to get a third screen, and it can be a small, it can be like a 19-inch or something. But I should probably get a third screen so I can actually view like YouTube diagnostics and different things like that. I don't know. We'll see. Something cool that I do want to talk about is I reached out to... I've been talking to you guys about these MOS sticks for a while. And what a MOS stick is, it's called Multi-Arcade Systems. And Multi-Arcade Systems was a guy who lived in Southern California named Tao, T-H-A-O, and he would build these arcade sticks in his garage. And he would basically deconstruct like a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis controller, and he would build a fight stick out of it. So he would build like with literal wood slabs and like molding the way that arcade cabinet control panels had. He would build the cases and he would do all the wiring. It was all DIY. He would buy the parts, he would assemble everything, and you basically would just go to his house and pay him cash, and he would work on it for a couple weeks and then just give you a call and you would go pick it up. Well, unfortunately in 2021, him and his wife did pass away. RIP. But there was an amazing guy named Scanline City on YouTube who actually got in contact with his kids, and he started manufacturing MOS arcade sticks again with their blessing, and they make some of the proceeds. So he gives some of the proceeds of these sticks that they sell to the kids of Tao and Lin, the two, you know, husband and wife that used to do this. This is what they look like. I need to make sure I don't use display capture because I had a very close call with a leak last stream and I almost had to unpublish the VOD because of it. They look like this. These are the Scanline City versions. He put this, so they've always had this, these two Chinese zodiac signs. These are for Tao's kids. This one here for 1990 and this one for 2000. And this is kind of what they look like. You can see this molding. It looks like the control panel of an arcade cabinet, you know what I mean? And it has the original, the American arcade parts with the bat top and all that stuff. Here's another version that somebody had made, all black everything. With the bat top. Yep, vinyl wrapped. Yep. Laminate artwork, everything. You can kind of see the texture there. Beautiful, beautiful stick. So, unfortunately, Scanline City right now is not manufacturing these because they had an issue with the house that they're actually making these out of. They had like a roof collapse and they're doing some repairs. So I had to contact a guy on the Discord who actually makes Moss replicas. And his name is Provis. And we worked out a deal where he would make me a Moss replica. And this is the artwork that I went with. So basically, I do intend to get a Scanline City one eventually, because I do want one, but it's just not in the cards right now, unfortunately. And I don't know how long it'll be before, you know, it will be in the cards again, but one day I would love to have one. Let's see. Okay, so this is his reproduction, or his replica. This is what the replica looks like. It basically is identical. It's got the same zodiac sign, but this has a plexi, which is a clear plastic layer instead of the vinyl wrapping, but it still has the molding. It still has the same shape. It's still got the multi-arcade system logo and everything. Instead of saying made in USA, it says made in Mexico, but that's about the only difference. And this one fits Japanese buttons instead of American buttons, but it does still have the American bat top. So basically, I worked with him for a couple hours the other day, and I asked him if he could make the dark art for me, the dark artwork. So this is what mine is going to look like. It's all black buttons, all black with the dark artwork, and the whole case is going to be black as well. So mine's going to be 100% blacked out everywhere. And yeah, we worked out a price and everything, so he's going to work on that and hopefully get it shipped out next week. But yeah, that should be cool. So I'm looking forward to trying that out and seeing how that goes. Someday I will pick up a Scanline City, but you know, I'll have to wait for them to be manufacturing those again. Yeah, it's a good substitute for the time being. And there was actually, I should also be able to show this because, yeah, there was also a shot of the wiring that he does, and this was the reason why I decided to go ahead and pick one up, is the wiring is so fucking clean. It's unbelievable. Like, check this out. He actually heat shrinks all the cables. So he has this, you know, this netting and then heat shrink tubing at the end of all the cabling with the perfect amount of slack to each button, so you know exactly which button needs to be wired up where. All the joystick wiring is super fucking clean. And it's got a USB that goes up, and then on the outside it's actually a quick disconnect or detachable cable that uses like a printer style connector, like USB, what is it, USB type B or something like that, whatever the square, like this one down here, it looks just like this on the top. So you can get like a USB printer style cable and use that. Yeah, look how clean that case is, man. Insane. You can see the molding where it goes in there and everything. So that should be cool. I'm looking forward to trying that out. But yeah, I don't know. Just here lately, I've just kind of been in a weird mood, I gotta say. Like, I still love streaming and that hasn't gone away at all, but I've just kind of been in the mood to try different types of stuff. Like, try different types of games. What's up, Wayne?
Look, listen.
What's up, Wang? Just try different styles of games, like get into new stuff. Like one thing that I always remember is I have been asked constantly ever since I played Life is Strange Season 1 to go back to it and play more like non-horror, just story-based games, you know, that are more, I know that's kind of like a fantasy type game in a way because it has like supernatural, you know, time manipulation stuff going on, but people just want me to play different genres. They want me to try things that are more like not horror and just branch out. So I'm definitely gonna try to start doing that a little bit more. Like maybe, hey, what's up, Malum? But yeah, just try to start playing some, you know, one of the things I'm most passionate about is really rare PS2 games. So I would love to just do like a whole series of streams where we just bust out some incredibly rare PS2 games and play them, you know. PS2 is my favorite console of all time, followed very close second to, very close second would be PlayStation 1, but PS2 and PS1 are absolutely my number 1 and number 2. It's a distant second, but it's there. What do I want to stream? Well, I would like to stream Life is Strange. I enjoyed that immensely. You know, we were... it's funny because I remember that as the stream that I got this polarizing filter for my camera. Check this out, you guys. I haven't shown this in a while, but... So, people have asked me, why is your lighting, like, so dark, even though you have all these lights on you? There's a thing on my lens called a polarizing filter, and you basically twist it, and it makes certain parts of the image dark, and it brightens up certain other parts. So check this out. As I turn this, watch how the image changes. You see that? Now the light's on my headphones. Then as I spin it, the headphones get dark again. So that's where I leave it. I leave it where the light is not on me. And that also helps with the reflection in your glasses and stuff like that. That's where I always leave mine. So that's a very, very useful thing. More people that stream should try these things out. I bought this thing for like, it's a Neewer. Neewer is like the cheapest of the cheapo brands. It's like a $9 little metal thing that attaches to your lens, and it gives you like all these options for lighting. Yeah, because I noticed something that used to really piss me off is whenever I would play, it would just it would like flashbang my entire face. It would literally look like I was getting flashbanged. And now, even if the screen is completely bright white, that doesn't happen. That's kind of what the polarizing filter helps with. It just gets rid of the blown out exposure issues that you can have when you're really close to a light source. Like there's, what would be a good way to show this? I should be able to do it on Chrome. Basically there's just a little like demo image on Amazon that shows you kind of what these things do. Polarizing filter. I think this is the exact one I bought. Yeah, this is the exact one I bought. No leakage. Okay, cool. No leaking. So this is kind of what one does. Yeah, right there. You can see unfiltered, it's kind of blown out, and then when you use this, it really clears out like all the reflections and the stuff that's blown out. Obviously, they're exaggerating this to get you to buy the fucking thing, but it does do that to some degree. It just eliminates, you know, areas of light that get blown up. That type of thing. So, that's a big one. You know, that's a big one that is like a hack, because otherwise I'd have to sit here fucking with contrast settings and brightness settings and saturation and hue and all this fucking nonsense, setting up a LUT. And I don't want to set up all that bullshit. All I do is attach the polarizing filter, capture cards at default, cameras at default, no issues. So I much prefer that versus the alternative. Could I? Absolutely, I could sit here and mess with contrast settings and everything, but then inevitably what would happen is, if those settings get reverted, I'm fucked. Like, unless I sat down and made like several screenshots of exactly where it should be, you know, if something can be done in an analog way versus messing with a bunch of sliders or whatever, I would always prefer to do it that way, with a physical thing that can just be attached. And I just took a silver marker and put a little notch where I leave it. That way I always know like the angle that it needs to stay on the lens. Silver markers are incredibly useful on black metal items. Oh yeah. Unlocking the secrets, you guys. Unlocking the secrets. Anyways. Yeah, Life is Strange is a big one that I would like to play. Of course, people come in with their viewer redemptions, and they're always fucking so good. Every time I get a viewer redemption, I'm excited, especially if it's something that I've never played, because it almost always ends up being super fun and just a really great time. So that's one of my favorite things that we do on the stream, which that's also why I had to reduce the sound redeems so much, because, dude, holy fuck, they were so expensive for a while. When I really sat down and thought about it, it was like 3,000. Basically, all the redeems just add a 0. do sugarcoat Dino Crisis. I enjoyed Dino Crisis immensely. It was just the end game that annoyed me. I enjoyed that game immensely. That's a legendary game. Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. That is a legendary game. What happened to like all the RTS games of the, like, is it just a dead genre? What about XCOM and I mean, I know StarCraft and Warcraft are kind of... Hey, what's up, Fudge Me? I know StarCraft and Warcraft are kind of in limbo. Like, isn't StarCraft 2 mostly a dead game now? Is competitive StarCraft 2 even still a thing? Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, there's a VOD from 6 months ago of 2 people competing on StarCraft 2. But yeah, I was just talking Fudge Me about a few things, but namely, you know, I want to try to branch out and play things that aren't horror for a bit. Not because I'm like sick of it. I never get tired of horror games. Just you know, there's going to be a lot of that coming up. Oh, this song is The Darkness That Lurks, I believe. Yeah, no. Terror in the Depths of the Fog from the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. The Minecraft SMP. No. As much as I loved games like The Sims, I've never really been a fan of Minecraft or anything. I know that's kind of a game where you have to like make your own fun. That's just never really been something I've been a big fan of. Or games like that. At least just me personally, you know. But yeah, we're definitely gonna branch out. The reason why primarily is because Dead Rising is coming out the end of September. And then October, this might be the last year, but October, I am going to try to stream every night in October. There might be one night in October that I'm going to my friend's daughter's birthday party, so I may not be able to stream that night. But hey, if I'm home in time to do it, I'll still do it. But you get the idea. I'm going to try to stream every day in October because that's what we do every year. Every year around here, we stream every night in October. We go insane for a whole month. We say goodbye life, goodbye social life. Yeah. That type of thing. So there will be more than enough horror coming up, trust me, to last, you know, for 2 years. So it'd be cool to kind of branch out and play some things that are not even remotely horror. Like Life is Strange would be a fun one to just start it from episode 1 and just play through the whole thing, just because that's a comfort game for me. I enjoy it a lot. Season 1, Season 2, I've never tried, but Season 1 I especially love. That was actually my game of the decade, of the 2010s. That was like my favorite game of that whole decade, so for whatever that's worth. Yeah. I'm trying out, you know, some pretty intense fasting here lately. I did a 68-hour fast a few days ago. Broke it with some organic eggs and grass-fed steak. And right now I'm in the middle of another fast that I just started about 3 hours ago. Or no, it only started like an hour ago, but I'm going to be doing another, you know, close to 72 hour. So just experimenting, you know, just experimenting, kind of seeing where my limit is and what I can consistently do. You know, just throwing some new stuff in there. Ever tried cured egg yolks? I have not, but it sounds good. I would never deny trying it, you know? My favorite preparation of eggs is just over easy, you know? But what we like to do, and what we did when I broke the last fast, was cook it in the steak juices that were still in the pan. Holy fuck, that made it so good. That was like the best, dude. 50-50 salt and sugar, egg yolks, bury them, leave them in the fridge for 5 days. Damn, sugar and eggs, though? What does it end up tasting like when it's done? Just an incredibly intense egg flavor? Fried or fertilized? Well, I don't like scrambled, dude. Scrambled is like, I don't know, there's just something nasty about the texture, because unless you do it perfectly right, it just ends up being like baby food, you know what I mean? I'm just not a fan. Or they end up all rubbery and like burnt and just chewy. And neither preparation is a good one in my opinion, so not a fan of either. They're gonna be dead either way. Really savory and rich, like it's Parmesan adjacent. That's crazy. I actually should probably try that. What do you guys think of Rule of Rose so far? If you guys had to rate Rule of Rose on the like fucking 12 hours I've played of it so far, what would you give it? If I had to seriously rate the game, I'd probably give it like a 5.5 to a 6. If the ending, like story-wise, just brings it all home and really wraps it together and just does it in like a super poignant way, I should say, a really beautiful way to wrap up the story, then I would say, you know what? Story is king in a game like this. I'd push it up to like a 7. But if I had to rate it right now, I'd give it like a 5.5 to a 6. Just because there's so much quality of life problems. So many quality of life issues with it, you know? The Lovecraft-ass dog game, yeah. I mean, you could argue Haunting Ground is yet another one. Can't even say you could argue it, it literally is. I was actually thinking about streaming with in-ears tonight just to see if I could actually do it. Story's nice, but you still have to have... Oh, yeah. I subscribe to the... I subscribe to the Twin Perfect mentality of if the story is non-existent, but the gameplay is phenomenal, that would be enough to get you over the bar. That's pretty much it. Like, for me, in a game like this, story is king. So if the story is just awesome, great, well told, nicely paced, this, that, and the other, that's a good game in my opinion. But the gameplay can't be garbage. I mean, it has to be playable, enjoyable in some way. You know, otherwise, why even have gameplay elements to it? Why not just have it be like a visual novel, you know? Oh my god, dude. So, Yeah, never mind. You know what? I sometimes I just need to take a step back and just not say certain things that I'm thinking. Because it's about other streamers and like I'm not getting into all that, but yeah, there's just stupid shit going on. I might talk about it vaguely in the Discord, but I'm not going to talk about it here. Video games are a large medium. They all have different objectives and goals, and the ratings are subjective. Sometimes game feel is the focus, but then again, what is good game feel? Same with narrative or balancing these often polarized mechanics. Yeah. Well, it's like the Gabe Newell thing. You know, he says that fun is different, you know, depending on what the developer intends. What does fun really mean in a game? And he said that Valve's idea of fun is the world responding to your actions. So with Half-Life 1, like one of their biggest design principles was if the player tries something, we want the game to give them something back. So one of the things that they often talked about, there was a really great documentary directed by Danny O'Dwyer, the former GameSpot editor or whatever. And he was talking about dude, that's one of the best ones, Junkyard for sure. And Dead Rising Remastered is an amazing one too. But Valve talks a lot about like the Black Mesa when it's normal at the beginning before the experiment goes wrong. Like going into the break room and putting things in the microwave and having them explode and going into the bathroom and talking to different people. Like their idea of fun is letting the player essentially use the game as a sandbox and just discover as many cool things that the world does that they can experiment with. And they did that a lot in Half-Life 2 as well. And I think that's a great philosophy to have. If you're going to make a first-person shooter, why not let the person just experiment as much as they want and give them a bunch of cool shit to discover, you know? Gotta blow my nose. And in 1998, that type of thing was kind of unheard of on PC games. Everything was very scripted. Everything was very linear. You know, a lot of stuff like that. So to play a game where you could just wander around this science research facility and go to the break room and go to the bathrooms and talk to all these different NPCs and just fuck around, just play around in the world, you know, was a very new thing. Valve's business strategy now is to literally sit around and count money while everybody else shoots themselves in the foot. But, you know, back when they did make games, they were very innovative. Innovative, as they say. Like Disco Elysium is essentially a choose-your-own-adventure book, whereas something like Ultra Kill is basically an experiment in dopamine overdosing. Both are, in my opinion, incredible must-play games. Is Ultra Kill that one that they call a boomer shooter? Or am I thinking of something different? A fast-paced, ultra-violent retro FPS. Yeah, I think this is one that they would consider a boomer shooter. For some reason, that's like the new term that everybody's using. It's like a modernized, like very artistic version of Doom that has like combos and different things. Yeah. I mean, that's what it looks like based on what I'm seeing here. Yeah, this looks like Quake plus Doom plus a little bit of Borderlands maybe, plus Devil May Cry combo systems. Definitely looks more like Quake and Doom than anything else, though. Oh, well, they literally say devilmayquake.com was the name. Okay, well, I guess I was right about all three. Devilmayquake.com was the name of the website they were hosting the early access thing. German friend introduced me to Ultra Kill. It's sweet. Yeah, it looks cool as shit. Looks really cool. Also, let me just say, seriously, I really appreciate all the support lately. Wang has been going insane and all the resubs and everything. I know I took a bit of a break. Like before this new schedule started, I took like 7 days off straight, and I never do that. So just wanted to say really quick before we get into the game that I do appreciate that. You guys just fucking never stop resubbing. Like, there is a core group of people that just always keep it going. And as soon as I come back, like, all the notifications coming through and everything, and people dropping by to say hi, so I really appreciate that. Trust me. I might sound like a broken record sometimes saying the same things over and over, but it means a lot when you're doing this as often as I do it. It means a lot. With that being said, I'm grabbing the controller, because if I spend any more time yapping, we lose time where we could be killing the rats, the goats, and whatever other enemies we need to unlock this one door. So let me grab my controller, and let's play Rule of Rose. You like how I just blow up the mic when I talk this close? Don't grow up to be like me, kids. Don't do it. You know what, Junkyard? People have said I should do like a goal on stream. I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of tacky for a stream of my size. I feel like if I'm not doing this full time, I shouldn't do something like that. Is that just a me thing, or I don't know? Like, I'm not doing this full time. I don't need a tip goal or a bit goal or whatever to be on here, but who knows, man? Maybe someday. Like, I would rather just give you guys better, like, emotes and sub badges and things to use. And I can handle that myself. Let's see. Fresh. I'm gonna have to turn the volume down, of course. Gotta pay, yeah, I gotta pay the DoorDash, gotta pay the rent. I need that money, I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. The internet bill, the electric bill. He really needs that money this time, guys. It definitely won't go to waste this time, guys. Please, just this one time, guys. Please. And then all of a sudden, his money woes will be no more. After this time, never again. You can take that to the bank. Until 24 hours from now when he needs... Yes, until 24 hours from now when he needs to do more Hogan pulls. He no longer needs your support. You heard it here first. I thought I heard resting comfortably starting. Why is my controller not working? Why do I always have to... Are you fucking kidding me? I have to remap this again, dude. I have to remap this like every stream. Are you shitting me right now? I mean, it's easy to do, but it's just annoying. Okay. Alright, we should be good now. I don't get that guy falls on his feet like a cat. Must be the whales. Yeah, he is just like, that's the whole meme about like calling him Pig Roach, because he devours all the tips, he devours all the contributions, and they just disappear on, like, they just literally go into a black hole. This dude could make, I'm no exaggeration, he could make $10,000 on one stream, on a morning stream, because remember, he streams twice a day. And that same night, he will still demand $100 in tips. Like, he will still be begging for that amount and say, guys, we really need to hit the tip goal tonight, you know? And he's done it before, where if he makes a ton of money, Stamp explaining how he is not at all deserving of people choosing to spend their available income on him as an entertainment, despite offering himself as entertainment. I don't know. Maybe it was the generation that I started with on Twitch, dude. But like, it was really frowned upon back then to do things like that. And I kind of am still stuck. Maybe I should just do a fucking day. I don't know. Maybe I should do a daily goal. I don't fucking know. But they would be fairly small goals. It would not be anything insane. Anyway, let's jump into the category. Yeah, back then it was like a very touchy subject, you know? Like, it was very easy to get labeled as an e-beggar and this, that, and the other back in 2012 when I started, but it's not 2012 anymore. So maybe I should stop with the faux morality argument or whatever. Maybe it's not really valid anymore. I don't fucking know, dude. All I know is I'm trying to play some Rule of Rose. That's all I know. But yeah, that's just the way that streamer operates, shall we say. He could get $10,000 on a morning stream, and then on the night stream, he'd still be begging for the tip goal and acting like the morning one didn't happen. It's just how he is. Oh, this cello. Not gonna lie, I didn't miss the cello. I did not. What the? They just spawned in here, dude. They weren't even fucking in there. Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh my god. I never failed the mission. See what I did there? At least this axe is a really good weapon, though. Like, it kills him in one swing sometimes. But yeah, to answer your question, Junkyard, that pretty much is what it is. Like, he's just one of those people that so persistently begs that he just somehow manages to get out, like, weasel his way out of every situation. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. Okay, well, this is one. Is this going to be a rat? It is. Now we have ads to contend with, and I'm 1. I love being 1 HP. It's my favorite part of the game. What? Lollipops do a lot. Here, let's... Oh my god. Oh, massacre. That's the most I've been able to hit in one swing, like in the whole game. That was actually insane. You bitch. I'm 1 again. Come on, dude. Why do I keep hitting select? Okay, I think that... Okay, so the main one is dead now. Okay, the rats are gone. We just have 2 pigs and 2 goats. And he dropped something. just grabbing this and leaving. Ooh, another lumber. Wait, I already had a lumberjack axe. Why did he have one on him? Now I have two. Oh, it just didn't give me a second one. That's interesting. Okay, now he's good. The thing that frustrated me with this game is how unbelievably weak she was. Yeah, she is very, very fragile. And there's like there's nothing you can really do to prevent that. It's just how it is. It is annoying, that's for sure. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit there. And I kind of alluded to this the last time we played Silent Hill 2, but I've also thought about streaming with no camera a few nights just to see if you guys enjoy that. Okay, here's the pig. I heard it oinking. These guys are actually pretty easy as long as you can get them in the hit stun loop. Okay, that was easy. Okay, we just need one pig and the two goats. Did he have anything on him? Nope. Animal bone. Oh, I guess that was for the dog? Because he's good to go now. Who would win, Jennifer from Rule of Rose or a piece of paper propelled by a mild breeze? I mean, I'm inclined to believe the paper would win. The thing that annoys me is the swings are never predictable. Like, you remember that part where I was fighting the birds in like the top part of the airship? She would do this weird like upward vertical swing at them and it would just always miss. I'm like, just do the fucking standard swing. Why are there different variations? I just need one swing, dude. Oh damn, we're just finding all of them now. This is probably going to be one with a bunch of ads though. You piece of shit. Okay, so just one pig and one goat. I thought I heard another one. Yeah, but it's not a... It's just one of those standard ones. Standard enemies. Damn, so the second floor was where I needed to go. Fucking all of them were up here, dude. That's probably for the dog then, if it didn't help me. And that's probably for the dog as well. Okay, well I'm officially out of heals for myself. So this has to go well. Or I can just reload and just do the fights better. Because I'm in pretty good shape as far as my saves go, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I had to reload, you know? What? Yeah. Fucking anything would help, dude. I guarantee we're probably gonna have to go to the basement to get a couple of these done. I'm not doing all this. This is not a good idea. Can I just stop going into hallways and just go into regular ass rooms? I bet the balcony would be one as well. Let's try this one. Sick room. Please? Okay, I think it is going to be one because it took a... Nope. It took a second to load, but it's not actually one of the rooms I need. God dang it. What about this one? Oh, not these fucking fish, dude. They do so much damage once they start flopping around. You gotta wait for them to stand back up before you do shit. Like, I got killed by these last time. What? Okay, that works, but he's still got a free hit in. I think this is just back to a hallway. Yeah. Alright, we have 1 goat and 1 pig left. So this is the balcony over this way. Let's try this. Oh god, not the flopping again. No, the balcony's not one either. Oh, what the? See that? That vertical. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm starting to lose my health. Yeah, we're not in good shape. I'm probably going to have to end up reloading this. At least I know where most of the fights are now, though. Yeah, the fuck conductor going absolutely nuts. Flopping fish or crawling lying figures? I'll take the lying figures. These things do way too much damage. At least the lying figures are mostly harmless when they're doing that. Okay, so from the rear stairway, I should be able to... Didn't I already go in here? Or beak birds? Well, I don't know what beak birds are. Unless you're talking about those ones I just fought. Oh, you know what? I could be having the dog use find targets too. Oh my god. I'm probably mostly dead after that. The stomp does like no damage. Okay. Like there's a lot of things that I could probably be having the dog look for. Not any that I have, unfortunately. You refuse to enter a room because they're regular big birds, but also... Oh, yes, yes, yes. Those are what you're talking about. Well, fuck those in any scenario. I'll take anything over those. Those things are just instant death as soon as you interact with them. And that's just the truth. Instant death. If you're in any of these areas, you're simply dead. Still can't get in the attic. I wonder if that's going to be like the big finale of this chapter. We'll see, but I'm going to go down here and see what's up. Okay, this is that door we can't get in. I think we already checked the basement, did we not? The pipe bomb. No, the shotgun is in the attic. Dude, it's such a tease because in the intro cutscene she had a pistol, but is just never seen with it again. I guess. Well, not in here. She had like a revolver in the intro and just no guns to be found anywhere. This reminds me of that room in Silent Hill 3 with the Nutcracker. Or the Vice. And Ted Kaczynski. Wasn't there a poker player that used to go by the Unabomber? Phil Locke? Because he always had the hoodie and the sunglasses. Imagine her falling to her butt with the recoil after every shot. Yeah, no, you would fire one bullet and it would take like 16 seconds to recover. Actually, though. Yeah, the sledgehammer is down here, but I don't think any of those actual enemies are. Yeah, penalty for using the revolver and a chance to... Dude, I can only imagine if they put gunplay in this, with how jank the melee is, it would be... Shit would be borderline unplayable. Okay, well. Not a single enemy down here. Good to know. We're still looking for 1 goat and 1 pig. And then that should be the end of this chapter. Now, whether or not I can survive those fights is a whole other conversation. No, I would have locked the door if it was one of those fights. That's just a bunch of the little dudes. When you're losing in a game of correspondence chess, but you can't risk your precious elo, so you decide to whip out a dangerous play known as the Kaczynski Gambit. Oh no. I don't want to ask what that is. Probably against TOS. Alright, so there was a lot on the second floor, but one area that I didn't really check was in here. To send plumbing to a friend, ignore the building pressure. Oh no. You know what though, kind of speaking of that, dude, I was watching those homemade VHS tapes of that guy that like sent a letter bomb to Bjork or whatever. Dude, that shit was fucking crazy. That whole series of videos is insane, how you can see him like getting closer to the day and getting all excited and shit. That is a crazy rabbit hole to go down. And apparently like one of her, it just came up in my recommended, it was like a true crime recommendation. And apparently like a member of her staff ended up opening it and got severely injured. I don't know for sure if they died, but I remember she herself didn't actually end up opening it. But it was damn close. Oh no, I'm not on a list. It's literally just YouTube. Dude, YouTube is inundated with these things. Seriously, it is fucking all over YouTube. I might be on a watch list. It'd be a boring one though. If they were like, you know what, let's check this kid's watch history. Let's see what he's up to. They'd see a lot of arcade stick videos. A lot of arcade stick modding videos. They'd see a lot of headphone reviews, an insane amount of microphone reviews. Holy shit. Hey, what's up, Dev? Glad you're here, sir. The best thing I ever did was set up the banned words filter for best viewers, great viewers, this, that, or the other. Setting up the banned word filter for all that has been so awesome, dude. Oh my god. Oh, we're dead. Where is the fucking... Dude, they're swinging chairs. Where's the thing I actually need to kill? Is it really that? That's okay though, because at least we know where the shit is now. Dead. I have to be like 1. I tried it. I tried to get cute with it. So if I just say, hey Stamp, you got some great viewers. No. It doesn't work that way. It only filters if you say that and then post a link in your message. That's the only way that it works. I thought ahead. So if your message contains a link and you say that, then you get timed out. Yeah, we're still looking for I found most of it. I found literally everything except for one. Most of it was on the second floor, so I know exactly what to look for now. And I have a lot of heals, so we actually are in fairly good shape here. You thought ahead? What kind of head? Just one? Why are you thinking... Yeah, why are you thinking about heads? Are you like that? The answer is yes. You know what? Take it to Twitter. Call me whatever you need to call me. Just leave it off this platform. You do whatever you need to do, Junkyard. You do whatever you need to do. Head. Oh no. know what? I don't even have anything to say to you after that little comment. I really don't. Oh, I don't think any of them are here, actually. This is not the right place to be. It's the other hallway that I need. Killing me. Yeah, I think it's this one that I actually need. The one with the train tracks on the floor. That led us to one of the rooms. Maybe this one too? Amanda was in this room. Yeah, this is one of them. Okay. Let's go. Easy. This fucking cello, dude. This cello player was not paid enough. Whatever they were paid, it wasn't enough. They went absolutely nuts on this thing. This kid's into true crime and microphones. He's gonna make a podcast, shut him down. I already made one. We're waiting for season 2 to start up. You know what? That's what I should focus on. Like, I should heavily focus on that. That would be a really fun way to shake things up, for real. Like, big time. Okay, cool. I wanted to just kill him quick and get out. Now we just run away fast as we can and get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, I took so much damage. That's fine. Now get the fuck out of the way. All of yous. Okay. Cool. That was way, way, way better than last time. We escaped that relatively unscathed. I just had to go straight for the rat and get the fuck out. Okay. Did I even check this last time? No, I think I did. Yeah, the podcast season 2 would be something that I would love to focus on a lot here soon. Like, that's a big one that I would love to do. Because just having guests on and having conversations was so rewarding. Like, that was genuinely incredibly fun to do. I'm going to save, actually. I'm just going to play it safe, you know what I mean? I'm at that ripe old age where I like to play things safe. I'm not a risk taker anymore. I'm just not really. I've had my fun, and those days are over. Guys, I'm gonna be 30 in 4 months and 2 days. 4 months and 2 days, I'm gonna be 30. And honestly, I'm probably not gonna feel any different. Like, just to say that will feel weird, but I don't know. You know what? I actually am very optimistic toward my 30s. I was talking to a couple of my IRL friends, like a former roommate and one of my good friends, Nemesis921. He's in here sometimes. He's one of my channel founders. And I was actually saying, I think 30s are actually kind of peak for a lot of people. Like, financially, they're typically your peak. Like, you've been working in your career for about 10 plus years at that point. You've worked your way up. Usually, not always, but a lot of times, sometimes you've settled down and met, you know, the person you're gonna move in with and get married to and all that stuff. So, like, you're not in the whole crapshoot dating game anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think 30s can be peak. So I'm very optimistic about my 30s, and I just have my head screwed on straight, you know, as far as what my goals are and what I'm going to work toward to achieve them. So, yeah, it's going to be weird. Youngin'? I don't know, man. I don't know. I see all these people on Twitch that are like, oh, I feel old because I'm turning 21. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Can't believe by the end of this year, all the 94 gang will be 30 years old. But, you know, that's how it goes. time, it just like goes forward and shit. You know how that goes? Crazy. Who would have ever thought that we'd be here? That's apparently a common thing in like the Overwatch community, is like just people being like, aren't you like 30? Oh my god. Like, okay, does that mean I just magically can't play video games anymore, or like what? What does that mean exactly? So, that'll be fun to start getting those comments. Let's see. So the library was the goat. So where the fuck is the library? I thought it was on this floor. It doesn't tell me. I'm pretty sure it was one of those two big rooms right there, though. Let's check. I'm pretty sure the library was this way. Oh yeah, didn't Elmatic and The Infamous both come out in 94? Living pre and post internet is much more nuts. It can be. What's up, by the way, Kendo? Welcome on in, sir. I mean, I lived pre and post iPhone. That's pretty crazy for me to think about. I'm not even messing with all that. Gotta find the library, man. This is sick room, right? Yeah. I just looped. You guys remember the SpongeBob? You do the loop-de-loop and pull and your shoes are looking cool? I remember. Solid little song, by the way. And then that one Ripped My Pants song that was based on a Beach Boys melody or whatever. This is the balcony. I don't think there's anything important here. There is a big burb out here. Yeah, it doesn't have anything though. Unless you see the door lock, there's nothing in there. Illmatic, Ready to Die, Hard to Earn, G-Funk Era, The Main Ingredient, Southern Playlist, Playlistic, Cadillac, Music, Uncle Sims, Curse, 6 Feet Deep in the Diary. Damn, it actually is a pretty stacked year though. Ready to Die is definitely up there. The Infamous 1995, yeah. Good old Mobb Deep, man. Damn, that does a lot. Where in the fuck is this library at, dude? Did you see that thing that Tyler the creator said that kind of went quote unquote viral, where he was like kind of going in on, you know, like Zoomers that are always like, oh, Ready to Die and Illmatic are my favorite albums ever, like just obviously going to the internet and just looking up top 10 hip hop albums and just selecting one of them, like just saying that just because they're popular. He apparently got a bunch of flack for saying that people need to like come up with their own opinions and stuff, and people got upset about it, but it's like I can kind of see where he's coming from. Are they the best? Yes, but that doesn't mean that like you have to just say that because everybody else says that. Yeah, wasn't there a was that just kind of like a lot of his unreleased stuff, like his cutting room floor stuff? Or was it just his last album before? Fuck, man, where was the library? It was actually his last album, okay. I don't know why, but my shit seems kind of quiet tonight, like all across the board. The dormitory. We already killed the rat up out of here. Where in the fuck is the library, though? Amanda was in here. So I guess it was all the I guess that makes sense. It was all the rooms that the kids were in. So yeah, that's why the library would be there, because those two girls were in there. The two that were in the bird chapter in the airship. Truly wild timeline. Cleopatra lived closer to the release of the iPhone than she did to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Yeah, hearing stuff like that's always crazy. This isn't the library, is it? No. I think I already killed the thing in here, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's nothing in here. It's just this dude. He doesn't have shit on him, so... Just get up out of here anyways. Man, I wish if the map just had the labels of what the rooms were, it'd be so much easier to navigate. That would be a big quality of life improvement I would do for this game. Just tell me where the fuck things actually are, dude. Is this just going up to the attic? Okay, yeah, I already know I can't get in the attic, so I'm not worried about that. This is just another hallway. No, this is the... Okay, finally. So there's a goat in here, and there's like one other enemy, but it's just a small one. Okay, so here's this. Yeah, I want to try to lead this one elsewhere. What? Okay. I can't remember what song it was, if it was even official, if it was unreleased or whatever, but I remember a friend of mine telling me that a song I showed him was stolen from Tyler, the Creator, only for me to drop my knowledge bomb that big name in hip-hop is not in fact infallible. My song predated his. Yeah. Yeah. That's, you know, hype beasts ruin everything, dude. Like, the dudes that go around, like, remember when the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake thing was, like, at its peak, like, a couple months ago? I literally saw people on Twitter being like, oh my god, this is going to be written about in history books. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? No, it's not. They are not going to be writing about rapper beef in the history books. Fucking chill out, dude. Just insanity. Hype beasts get way too crazy about stuff like that whenever it's going on. Like, I get people get insanely bored and stuff, and they, like, latch on to certain things that are happening, but come on, dude. Fucking, really? You're really gonna sit here and say history books because of a rap beef? What happened to the whole Eminem and Meek Mill shit from, like, 2015 or whatever year that happened, the kill shot thing? Like, or no, it was Eminem and MGK or whatever. Yeah, what happened there? Was that in the history books, huh? No. So what the hell are you talking about, dude? I mean, that's a good point. Yeah. Tupac and Biggie would probably be one, but ultimately both main characters were murdered. Yes, I know you meant MC as in music creators, yes. Yes, they would definitely be they are in history books because that's extremely culturally relevant. Also, it's funny that Fudge Me sent that message and then Junkyard sent that message. Isn't it also like rumored that Diddy had both of those carried out? Both Tupac and Biggie? Because he was something to do with like, competition amongst record labels and shit. To put it lightly, or to put it mildly. I could swear, fudge me, that I heard that Diddy had some involvement in Biggie and Tupac being murdered. Like, that's the rumor, is that he had some involvement in that. Yes, it's a rumor, but the Tupac one is on video. Yeah, that one is like, you know, Suge Knight all the way, but the Biggie one I think is more so. Didn't P. Diddy find it? Well, isn't that kind of like what he does? Isn't he known to be like the talent scout, like one of the big talent scouts of the hip hop industry? Well, if he had, it certainly turned out to do jack shit to bolster his own career. True. Hey, what's up, Shadow Man? Welcome on in, Sarah. It's okay, dude. It's okay. I forget my own schedule sometimes. Don't worry about it. Shadowmon. I'm so glad I'm off the next couple days, you guys. It has been a exhausting week. Not a hard week, but just a very exhausting week, to say the least. Just so fucking glad to be. I think this is one, because it locks the door, but I don't know which enemy in particular I'm supposed to be killing. Maybe the big bird? I don't know. Well, that's a great start. What an excellent start. Oh my god, dude. The fucking hit stun on this is absolutely insane. And you just step right into it is the worst part. I'm just gonna stand in this corner. It's really tough to get close because as soon as you do, oh god, okay. Piece of shit. God, they do so much damage. I wish the dog could actually do something for me here. What? What's going on? It's just bugged out. Is this room just like a gauntlet? Like I just have to kill everything in here? He fucking chucked it at me. Yeah, this room was just a straight up gauntlet. I just had to kill everything in here. That is one hell of a start. Well, this isn't the start of the game. We're like 75% done with the game. But yeah, the point still stands and I totally get it. Alright, cool. The dog is back to full HP. Shoot, yeah, he chucked that chair like Murphy in Downpour, yeah. Wait, what is this? Toilet. Nothing in there. We need to get back to like the main hall. Like next to the stairs. That was loud as fuck, Shadow Man. Oh, okay. I hear a pig. Can't see shit though. Oh, is he up? Oh, it's a goat. Oh, he's fucking stepping back. It's a goat and a pig, okay. Oh, he's gonna get another free hit in. Okay. There's the goat, and then there's the pig. Bro, he fucking went inside of my body. You have got to be shitting me. And I'm 1. Oh my god. As soon as you get to 1 HP in this game, you are simply dead. Because you can't move, you can't escape anything, and your health does not regenerate under any circumstances. So, you are just fucked once you become 1 HP. So I really have got to play some of these rooms better. Alright. Well, anyway, I saved after I already killed a few of them, so... No, there's nothing in here. I think it's like in this door and then forward and to the right. For some reason, the layout of this place just confuses the ever-living fuck out of me. I don't know why, but it does. It's like through here and then just forward and to the right is the library. Somebody was talking about the pedophile rings in the music industry earlier, so it's kind of related to that. Like them being exposed nowadays, or it just being such a common topic that like everybody's talking about it. Okay. Alright, 1 goat and 1 pig. Okay, cool. So yeah, we just have to go to that one area. And we're good. That classroom that locks, I don't even need to go in there. Because that doesn't have a goat or a pig in it. So we're just going to go straight to that one area and then we're good. Which it should be this way. I started it talking about Drake. That's a lie. All I said was that people going on about how Drake and Kendrick Lamar's beef would be in history books were just a little bit too personally invested in it. That's all I said. I said that they need to chill out because they're way too personally invested in all this. Like, they gotta stop just being hype beasts on Twitter, you know? Like people changing their names to like their Twitter handle and the Big Steppers and being like, I'm Team Kendrick. And like, I get it. You know, I get that people want to be a part of something and stuff, but like, come on, dude, it's just fucking ridiculous. Insanity. Not gonna bother going into the classroom. We're just gonna go straight here. Alright, this should be the main hallway with the pig and the goat. We'll fight both of them and then just run straight back and we should be good. Oh, the goat's in here. They're both in here. That's okay. Okay, he's dead. Twitch just sent you to LTT stream for no reason. Linus Tech Tips? How am I 1 after one of those, dude? God, that does too much fucking damage. Bullshit. Oh, here we go. Alright. Finally fucking done with this. This has been one of the most grueling parts of this game. For real. Pig clothesline like Paul Bearer in WWF. Why does the kid with the pig head have to be overweight? Honestly, the devs probably were smoking joints or some shit. It's just... That's such a random comment. Like, it's not a kid, is it? It's like a monster, yeah? I don't think it's supposed to be a kid. Thought it was just a monster I'm fighting. Oh my god, thank god I'm done with that part, dude. That was fucking miserable. Can this chapter please be over? That's all I ask. I'm okay to not hear that cello for a long, long time. So this is your new friend, huh? It's so filthy but adorable. Oh yes, Jennifer, there will be an aristocrat club meeting after this. Today will be the most wonderful day. Yeah, didn't it say that I was the offering? Filthy Jennifer was the offering? I hope you enjoy it. The funeral. The funeral. Once upon a time, a girl found a hole in the ground in the yard. The little people came out and told her the news. Today's the day of your funeral. If you don't like it, then you must sacrifice your friend. Who wants to be buried alive? So the girl did what she had to and buried her best friend. Well, I wouldn't want to be her best friend. So it's the dog. So that's why the dog was in the thing in the beginning. When the girl finished reading the storybook, the dreadful imps had all vanished, and even her dearest friend is nowhere to be found. Imps. Who told them it was okay to use one song for a 15+ hour game? It's not a very expansive soundtrack. There's been like maybe 6 individually identifiable tracks so far that I've noticed, and that's about it. Then the girl thought she heard the cries of her friend calling for help. Where? Outside? What's the catch of this game? What do you do to escape? So far, the way it's been is like every chapter you're supposed to find something to offer to this group of kids that call themselves the Aristocrat Club. Like the first chapter, it was a butterfly. The second chapter, it was like a stuffed rabbit. And then, you know, just various different stuff that you would have to find. No copyright issues with this game that I've noticed. I haven't even gotten my VODs muted, which is great. It's been perfectly fine so far. But, yeah, so every chapter you basically find the offering, you offer it, and then a ritual happens, and then you move on to the next chapter. That's what it's been the whole way through so far. I don't guess it would be down here. Let's go back to the main hall and see if there's anything up there. How many chapters? I actually don't know. It seems like so far that it's been like every month of a year. Like we've played, I think we've played January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November. So I'm assuming it takes place throughout a whole year, which is 1930. Yeah, I don't have a ritual thing, but it's like... Ritual. I need to make a voice that actually sounds like that. It would take me a little bit to tweak it, though. That's my...
Obey the Crimson Tome. Kill. You must kill.
That's my Joseph Schreiber from Silent Hill 4.
You're pretty good.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't use those voices too often unless we're actually playing Silent Hill 4. We had a meme a long time ago back when I was on a Spectrum connection, which it's a well-known fact that Spectrum is a pretty dog shit internet provider. So we used to have a meme where I would pretend to call my Spectrum rep named Brian using this one because it sounds like you're on the phone. Very funny, right? Yeah. Well, we haven't done that in years, but that voice is still in there. Well, I guess let's just keep exploring around until we find the room that we're looking for. Okay, well, it's not upstairs. That's blocked off. At least the fucking imps are gone now. Me when I'm on a Spectrum on the Spectrum connection. Oh my god. No, I don't mean that type of Spectrum. I mean the horrible USA internet provider. I got Spectrum calling me every month in English and Spanish trying to get me back. Dude, for real, they are desperate. Holy shit, they are desperate. Whenever you call them, this time the girl was certain it was her friend. Okay, from above. How do I change my voice? I have a audio mixer called a Go XLR, and it lets you program a few different voices in. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Come on, I knew this was coming, but this is fucked up. It's not the dear girl's friend. What happened to him? Was he... Because of the frightening images in her head, the poor girl was a nervous wreck. Okay. It's not actually the dog. I was going to say, you motherfuckers. But yeah, so this is voice number 1, which is just an echo that I use to read memos in horror games. This is the phone one.
This is the Joseph Schreiber Silent Hill 4, and then...
I don't use any of the other ones yet, but I have 3 other slots that I could put voices in if I wanted to. I just don't mess with it too much because it gets to be a little gimmicky and like, I don't know. I'm just trying to talk. I don't really want to do all the zany voices or any of that stuff. Mickey Mouse or Morgan Freeman? I probably could. A 1 out of Doge. Well, this is the first time I've had access to the attic, so. Drawing papers spread all over. None of them have anything on them. What? I can literally see things on them. What are you talking about? There's literally a dial on this thing that says gender. I'm not making that up either. There's a gender dial on here. Hey, welcome on in, Dr. Red. How you doing, buddy? I'd say long time no see, but I was so funny enough, I was hanging out in Dr. Red's stream while I was waiting for my boss to join an important meeting. And I was on my kendo shit that day. Brandon Buckingham did a video with a Philly rapper that released yesterday. Dude got killed today. I wonder if it was because of all the shit he was talking about in the video. I don't know, man. You never know these days. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, you were straight up wheeze laughing at me being a degenerate, dude. Imagine if I told my boss, like, yeah, you're going to need to give me a second. I'm watching a really important Twitch stream right now. I got to find out if he's going to get this dub. The girl could hear her friend calling for help from behind the door. Oh, please, no, dude. Dude. It's unnecessary. Come on now. I think you were playing that My Hero Ultra Rumble game. Oh, what the fuck. Okay, it was not the girl's dear friend this time either. Something terrible has happened to him. Okay. Oh, I see. It's the door with the offering. This month's gift, Filthy Brown. We caught you watching this guy, Dr. Red Guy, and as a company, we don't. Oh my god, you motherfuckers did it. They fucking did it. It's the imps again. Okay, is it not actually? No, it actually. Okay, it's not really him.
I sure hope we all like listening to Weezer.
What's with these homies?
What the fuck?
Saying Michael. Why do they got a friend?
What is this shit?
Did?
It's too late now.
I didn't even realize you could do that, dude. That was insane. Why do you gotta sing Buddy Holly, though? That's the real Jennifer. I knew it.
Give me back my friend.
Oh, shit. Got her.
Liar! Go away! Just go away! I'll never forgive you. Not ever. And as for the rest of you, how could you believe all those lies? Aristocrats! You're just the opposite. I hate you, and I hate you, and you! And I hate myself the very most for playing your stupid games and not having the strength to stand up to you. It's all just hideous.
December. Gotta be December now. Yep, this has gotta be the last part of the game. Title is Stray Dog. Me when I get my ass beat, so I lie there silently for the monologue before I run away crying. December 1930. Stray Dog and the Lying Princess. Is this the last chapter, the dev? Maybe. It almost has to be. I remember a few memos very early on in the game talking about Stray Dog. Saying that it kidnapped children or something. Oh god, don't remind me, Dr. Red. That game pissed me off so much. Okay, cool, let's save. Was able to catch Music Biz Marty live and got to see Cyrax live. We came horrifically close to the goblin doing his defensive pose. Excuse me? I got caught up in a bog limb marathon a few weeks ago. I got a suggestion of Synchronize, and I don't believe so. We've got the dramatic rain. It's got to be the ending. We're close to it. Alright, let's put... I desperately still need the orphanage map. I need the axe. Put this up. And yeah. Stamp was on it with the... Dude, I've played enough of these games. I know that dramatic rain usually means you're close to the end. Stray Dog. And The Lying Princess. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who told lies. She liked to scare the other girls by screaming, "Stray dog is coming, stray dog is coming," but soon everyone stopped being scared. They hated the way that she lied. One day, the girl came home screaming, "Stray dog is coming, really?" Everyone thought it was just another lie, except this time it was no lie at all, and so they were all gobbled up. The end. Well. Is the stray dog going to be the final boss? His defensive pose is pulling down his pants to get Marty banned for the 1000th time. He usually does it when he's backed into a corner. What are these noises? Oh, that's an AI TTS thing that I have. Shadowman.
Really? How, Chad?
They're not gonna listen to me. Yeah. Is that the girl that I slapped in the last cutscene? That's why she's crying all the time? No, that's... I'm so confused. So if you look below the stream, Shadowman, you'll see a thing that says Monster AI TTS, and that's what it is. You basically put the name of the voice that you want to use and then the text right after, and it'll play it in that voice.
Jennifer, over here.
You can use channel points, bits, whatever you want to use, but I made sure that you guys can do a bunch of it for free. Oh god, here we go.
Alright, guys, I give up. I don't know when I'll stream again. I really need to make this fucking money. I really wanted to get this fucking surgery, man. I wanted it so fucking bad. Ew. Dog whimpers. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit.
What the fuck? It's so long. Another lollipop. Oh, they're giving me heals. Something's building here.
Greetings, Princess. Please forgive all that I've done. Greetings, Princess Jennifer. Thank you very much for coming to our new aristocrat club.
I'm so confused,
Greetings,
man.
Princess Jennifer. From now on, you'll be our new princess. Now, Princess, please think up a new game. Please lead us. We are yours to command, Princess.
Princess, go ahead! Guide us! We need you! We don't know what to do! Look, it's windy. It's windy.
Stray Dog Legend, that is just Wendy's lie. Okay, so Wendy is the one that's lying about it, they say. Bowser's goons telling Peach that for the 100th time she's going to be kidnapped. Wendy, she better have Frosties. Dude, Wendy's Frosties are the most artificial tasting things like ever. I bet it's that rear or the side courtyard where this is. Oh, that was another heal. Oh, please let me. Okay. I was going to say I need it. That looks like a minced pie. Well, the dog's gone, so unfortunately I don't need this anymore. Shortbread. Dude, where the fuck? Do I just go out the front door, maybe? My favorite menu item from Wendy's is spicy nuggets, but for some reason my local Wendy's is like always out of them. So there's like no point to order them because they'll always just either cancel the order or I'll end up getting something random like ghost pepper sauce nuggets and it's like 3 times the spice intensity than I actually want. But that's a cheat meal only for me. Alright, stray dog. Well, I saw the guy out there. What the fucking shit is this? What the hell is this? Oh, you're getting chopped, dude. I'm gonna gimmick the shit out of this dude.
Look here! Look, listen! This town is full of monsters.
What the fuck?
How can you sit there and eat pizza?
Bruh.
What is this, dude? This is so fucking bizarre. Well, at least I'm in recovery as I'm standing up, but... Oh, I'm actually okay on health. Yeah, this is fucking weird, dude. I'll just say it. Fuck you,
Gang,
fuck.
gang. What's up, Wiggers?
The fuck you mean by that, huh?
I shit didn't see you there, my bad, Chief.
Maybe next time you should turn on the lights.
Bombastic side eye.
Daddy, chill.
It's a whole TikTok in my chat, dude. Oh, let's go. The boy right here. It's a whole TikTok being recorded in my chat room right now. Yeah, there's like a really strict character limit when it's not the premium plan. I'm sorry about that. You know, the thing that I really want about the premium plan is that I can put my own voice, but that's also a double-edged sword because God only knows what you guys would make me say. What is Lil Bro doing? This is the weirdest final boss I have ever goddamn seen. This is for the dog. Damn, he's chilling. Dude, you have to. You have to, like, gimmick this boss. Is that it? That was a lot of hits. I was so confused. I don't know what was going on, dude. It literally sounded like a whole ass TikTok being recorded in my chat. School starting now. Oh, what's up, Salt? Sorry, I was kind of stressed in that fight. Did he kill all the kids, though? Because it sure sounded like some bad shit was going on. Because you wouldn't love me. Because you were so stubborn. I brought you here. Because you fell in love with Brown. Because you didn't realize it was me. I brought Stray Dog here. But Oh God. Please stop him with this. Only you and your beloved dog can stop him. What the fuck is this, dude? I'm gonna need some explanation, man, because this is fucking so weird. Gregory's gun. This is the weirdest shit. Oh God. What? I can't equip it? Oh, just barely. It had one bullet and I missed. That's lovely. Well. It might have hit, but I couldn't tell.
I'm sorry, Joshua.
I'm so confused. Well, anyway, I needed to redo that anyway, but I needed to redo that anyway, but I was very confused. Okay. Let's do this. It was pretty much just cutscenes anyway, and the first phase, or the first half of that fight was fairly easy. So let's go ahead and redo that. Let's try and get him to where he's doing that, where he's saying that shit. So he was calling me Joshua. Like, what? I'm so fucking confused, man. I could not possibly be more confused right now. I mean, seriously. Who was the kid that had the wig on? I don't get it, dude. I'm gonna need to read a whole like plot synopsis for this because I'm beyond confused as to pretty much everything that's going on. Wendy? I don't remember who Wendy was on the airship though. Why was she wearing a wig?
What, really? Really? How tragic.
I get subtlety in storytelling, but you shouldn't need help to understand a story. I hate when stories are 90% random and let the viewers decide what it's about. Well, I think that there is a very deliberate story being told. It's just been very, very fragmented and built by so many like flashbacks and jumping back and forth between the orphanage and the airship and the house and the courtyard, and like it's kind of piecing a cohesive story together, but it's very, very difficult to I don't know. I remember hearing the name Joshua. I remember hearing the name Wendy. I remember hearing various different names, but I don't remember any of their relevance to the story. Wendy the blonde, always coughing in bed, the sick room, the only one who was kind to you in the beginning when you met everyone. Okay, that I kind of remember. Rescued you from Gregory's house. Oh yeah, the one that unlocked the door. Okay. Can I skip this? Nope. I'm gonna save after this, actually, if I can. That way we can just run straight to the door and... Actually, I might just save state. I'm not gonna lie.
Greetings. Princess, please forgive all that I've done. Greetings, Princess Jennifer. Thank you very much for coming.
No problem, Dr. Red. Appreciate you hanging out as always.
Greetings, Princess Jennifer. From now on, you'll be our new princess. Now, Princess, please think up a new game. Please lead us. We are yours to command, Princess.
Princess, go ahead! Guide us! We need you! We don't know what to do!
Look, it's Wendy. It's Wendy.
Okay, let me see if it'll let me go save back in the filth room before we go do this again. Maybe not. It's possible, but let's see. This isn't even the right spot, but I do need this. Dude, if they block off the staircase, I'm gonna be... God damn it. Okay, well. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Let's go for it. Okay, we can skip that one. Love how it just reversed the camera on me. Cool. Yeah, not just yet. What? I feel like this is taking way more hits than the first time around. Okay. Is it just on a timer then? Fucking knock sound, dude.
You frying chicken in there? No, for real though. You kiss loud as fuck, and that's kinda cool. No, let me get a taste.
Whoa, oh my god. This is so fucking degenerate, dude. What the fuck? I refuse to believe that I just heard that. Okay. So the dog is fine. Stop him with this. I think when he stops and says something, I should shoot him. I don't know. Genuinely don't know. Oh my god. Found Gregory's gun, but inventory is full. That's great. Oh, please.
I'm sorry, Joshua.
Like right there. Is that where when I shoot him? Well, first of all. Oh, what? What? I gave it to him? I was trying to equip it, not use it.
Sorry, Joshua.
I was supposed to do that? Leave it to fucking me to do something that stupid.
Yes.
Oh no, what's he about to do? Well, hey, I didn't pull the trigger, so I'm not guilty anymore. Best ending? Yes, about the guy who killed all the kids and then shot himself, I believe. That's what the news article was referring to. Think of it as taking the doll from Walter Sullivan, but this affects your ending. If you were to equip, that is. Once upon a time. January 1930, so all the way back to the beginning. Is this like an epilogue? Oh, it's still not over. Jennifer found Once Upon a Time. If you had beat him again there, it would just game over to the wrong ending. Oh, I was literally just trying to equip that. I had no idea what that was going to do. This letter looks familiar. Yes, it's one of the secret letters that Wendy and I traded. From W to J, my dear Jennifer. So it's not Joshua, it's Jennifer? There is nothing to fear. I'm always by your side. I will never betray you. We made an oath, remember? I'm so relieved that you're well again. Is that why I couldn't find you yesterday morning? It's no use trying to fool me. I can see right through your pranks. Anyway, thanks in advance. Tee hee hee. Jennifer, thank you for introducing me to Brown, but such a filthy dog is not a good match for you and me. Just give it to Nicholas or something, and let's be content with just the two of us. My stubborn Jennifer, is Brown that important to you? It's just a dog, a filthy animal. Please stop sharing your wonderful smile with that thing. Please smile only at me. Jennifer the Heartless, why didn't you come? I waited and waited for you. Why can't I see you every morning? I can think only of you. Are you avoiding me? Wendy, you were always so lonely. Poor lonely Wendy. I wonder if my letters ever reached her. It's the detested rubbish bin. No one ever suspected that something precious was hidden inside it. Nor did they know that it was the only place where I could keep my things safe. I don't guess I need to. No, I'm trying to work my last 3 brain cells to piece this story together. I think it's because it took place over too many days is why I'm struggling so hard with it. I'm having to like remember things that happened now well over a week ago when we first started this playthrough. Okay, a goat. I hear a goat.
Jennifer? Jennifer? Jennifer?
The French TTS voices have Canadian flags, yeah. Maybe the headmaster's room? So the beginning of the game, we went to that courtyard area and they like buried me alive and then we woke up on the airship. So I guess let's go back there. Well, this is the aristocrat room, so maybe. No, we were just in here. There was nothing in here. The French TTS is Quebecois? I believe so, yeah. Okay, I can't go outside this way.
Jennifer? Jennifer?
Yeah, this is where the whole game started. It all started here when I dug up the mound. I sensed that something precious to me was buried here, and I couldn't stop myself. The old me. The one who didn't understand herself. I lost my friend because of her. If I could go back, I'd try to save him. But what has happened can never be undone. I'll never break a promise again. Jennifer, what are these noises and why have I not found anybody? Can I go out the front door maybe?
Jennifer!
Was that supposed to happen? I think there is, yeah. I think there's a limit. So was there another dog here that we ended up taking? Because there was a collar here originally. Please wait for me, I'll be there. Hey, what's up, Usagi? Long time no see. He was alive when I completed the game. Or completed the final boss. I see a puppers. I'm sorry to admit it, I have no idea what's going on. I know I sound like a complete dumbass right now, but I'm gonna have to read a plot synopsis and then... My dear friend, I never want to lose you again. I'll protect you forever and ever until I die. So she was talking about the dog. When she wrote that. No, dude, I'm lost right now. I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading to figure out what the hell is going on. This is why I need to try to complete playthroughs in one weekend instead of spreading it out across 2 weeks, because I can't remember who is who and what is what when I spread things out like this. No, I totally get it, Usagi. Long time no see, by the way. It's been a while since you've been around these parts, but we're glad to have you.
My shame when I call your name, so please don't set me free. I'm as heavy as can be. I will do you harm, I will break my arm. I'm a victim of your charms. I want to be dead when I'm in bed. I can be so mean, you can beat me.
So, in that last part, Wendy was wearing a wig and pretending to be another person. And we didn't realize that the person sending us letters was her. And so she brought a guy named Gregory, known as Stray Dog, to the orphanage to kill all the kids except for me. We gave him Gregory's gun, so we gave him his gun, so he shot himself. Joshua was Gregory's son who had died. Okay. So in that last part, me and Wendy are the only two kids that are still alive. Everybody else is dead. That makes sense. Manipulated Gregory to stay alive. Oh, okay. Until he discovered the wig. Okay, and that's why. Okay. I see. So then my immediate question becomes, Gregory found Jennifer, who was the sole survivor of the airship crash, and adopted her, dressing her in boy's clothes and calling her Joshua. Where was that ever explained, though? Is the wig supposed to tell me all that? That's a lot to infer just from a character taking off a wig. See, that's what I mean. Like, I probably read the memo about one sole survivor of the crash like almost 2 weeks ago now. So for me to like quickly recall that and know, especially with how long it took me to like explore around the airship, there's like no chance of me remembering that information. More inference than Death Stranding, yeah. I just remembered reading the article about the man who killed all the kids at the orphanage and killed himself. I remembered reading that. So I figured it was going to be that guy because he was Key. The end is shaped like a 4-leaf clover. 4-leaf key. So what's that going to be for?
You idiot!
Little Princess. That's going to be a new playthrough. With the 00 timestamps on it. Okay. Time to do some reading. Because I'm lost. I am absolutely lost. It is time to do some reading. Alright, let's bust out Google Chrome. Rule of Rose story explained. Please clear things up for me. The public never knew there was a survivor. He basically kidnapped her and nursed her back to health, keeping her trapped in his home in his delusion that she was his dead son. Jennifer's parents rode a luxury airship traveling from Cardington to India. The airship crashed and Jennifer was the sole survivor. After the airship crashed, a poor pea farmer named... Okay, so I was right about that. Remember, I said like in the very, very, very beginning that Jennifer had like survivor's guilt about something that happened. I was just wrong about what it was about. A poor pea farmer named Gregory M. Wilson found and rescued Jennifer. His son Joshua had recently either disappeared or died. Gregory took Jennifer in and was kind to her, and he tried to give her a happy life despite living in poverty, as he did with Joshua. However, Gregory was depressed, suicidal, and alcoholic. He dressed her up like his son and called her Joshua. He also had a gun he often seemed to want to use on himself, drank heavily, refused to let her leave. One day, a young girl from a nearby orphanage named Wendy discovered Jennifer in Gregory's basement through a window, mistaking her for a boy. I remember that part. She referred to her as a prince. They started to exchange letters, and though Jennifer revealed her gender, she continued to be the prince, with Wendy being the princess. Eventually, Wendy would help Jennifer escape. During this, Wendy would steal Gregory's gun and trade her rose brooch for Jennifer's teddy bear. The duo soon arrived at the orphanage, where she became involved with the Red Crayon Aristocrat Club, a club secretly run by Wendy as the leader. Wendy and Jennifer became best friends, and Jennifer even tolerated the game she didn't quite agree with. The duo soon fell in love, promising to be together forevermore. Jennifer found a small puppy. She named him Brown and gave him a collar. She even showed it to Wendy, though Wendy preferred that it be just her and Jennifer forever. Jennifer resisted this, however, and kept Brown. This resulted in a jealous Wendy spreading lies about Jennifer to punish her, commanding the aristocrats to bully her in several ways. Okay, that makes sense. Eventually, Hoffman mysteriously disappeared, along with Martha, Carol, and Clara. Who is Hoffman? Is Hoffman the cleaning? No, is that the headmaster? Yeah, that must be the headmaster. Hoffman wrote this in his diary. I'm leaving the orphanage. Claire is here to look after things, and the children are quickly growing up. I've done right and fulfilled my duty. Bloody hell, all the trouble started when that wretched child arrived. I've done nothing to deserve this. Despite everything, Jennifer still refused to abandon Brown. Wendy then demanded he be killed by the aristocrats. After the death of her beloved pet, Jennifer snapped and slapped Wendy. She proceeded, I just saw that. She proceeded to yell at the other orphans who played along, declaring her hatred of them. After Wendy was overthrown by Jennifer, who had finally realized her friend's cruelty, Wendy ran off. Jennifer was then enlisted as the Princess of the Red Rose. Meanwhile, Wendy started dressing up like Joshua and manipulated Gregory, training him like a dog. In about a month, he had become Stray Dog. See, this part was not explained very well. The last time I saw this Gregory guy, he was drunk, walking around his house, holding a gun to his head. I'm like, at what point did he become this stray dog creature? What the fuck is this? They just, out of nowhere, start discussing Stray Dog. I'm like, when did this happen? Training him like a dog. In about a month, he had become Stray Dog. One rainy night in December, she brought him to the orphanage. Stray Dog proceeded to kill everyone who dared hurt Joshua. After Wendy realizes what she had just done, she gives Jennifer the gun as Gregory proceeds to kill her. In the aftermath, Gregory shoots himself. Jennifer was the only survivor yet again and was escorted from the crime scene by an officer named Anthony Doolittle. I didn't even see that. The tragic murder of all the residents of a rural orphanage were instantly bumped from the front cover of the daily newspaper to an obscure corner. A traumatized Jennifer lost her memories after this incident. When she is 19 years old, she revisits the orphanage in her mind to remember her forgotten past. Am I fucking stupid, or is this difficult to follow? I have to be 0 IQ, because this had me thrown for an absolute loop. I was totally lost for half of this game. Yeah, for real. That is one hell of a fucking daydream. Okay, so after defeating Gregory, so we got the good ending. Don't feel bad. I had to research too after playing. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The dev is probably like so pissed off at me right now for not being able to put any of this together, but it was difficult for me to follow, dude. The player is now Jennifer as a little girl. Yes, we know that. Travels through the front gate as it shuts on Wendy, who lowers her head in sorrow. Jennifer reaches the shed and she gives Brown the collar she made for him. She remembers the promise that she once made to Wendy and makes the same promise to Brown. Jennifer then locks Brown in the shed, promising to protect his memory forever until her death. Protecting Brown's memory. I thought Brown was dead. Didn't the kids kill him or what? Okay, where is that ever explained? I'm so confused, dude. The puppy Brown was the real Brown because he never got to grow up. The grown Brown with you the whole time was Jennifer's daydream of Brown living and growing up with her. Okay, so he never existed as an adult. Okay. The bad ending. In this ending, Jennifer is unable to come to terms with her past. I gave my ex my copy of this game and didn't. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Usagi. Yeah, it's like an $800 game now. Oh, my God. You need to take him to court over that. Tell me as an insanely expensive asset of yours he needs to return. Bad ending. In this ending, Jennifer is unable to come to terms with her past. It is obtained by killing Gregory in combat. The screen slowly fades to black, and a message on the screen states that Jennifer has wound up all alone again, unable to keep her promise or save anyone. Wendy's voice is heard laughing maniacally as the game ends in "What a pitiful, unlucky girl." I think the details are rich, but the story was difficult to piece together. It's definitely one that would either require razor focus or a notepad. It's interwoven and super dense, but the threads and connections are thin until the end. Yeah, it's like every story, every ending, like, just for example, the segment where you do the Goat Sisters, you do the mermaid, and you do, I can't remember what the third one was, but all of that is so vague. Like, what does... Okay, can you please explain to me, the dev, what the hell does the mermaid have to do with anything? What was that secret detail about the mermaid, boss, you were telling me about? I fail to see how that has any relevance to anything. What was that supposed to be? Maybe it's mentioned in here. Quite a number of diary entries and other notes you missed, and all of them are potentially... Yeah, man, that doesn't help. The chapter begins... Okay. In a room filled with the fish scent, Jennifer fights the mermaid princess. After its defeat, the monster turns into a mermaid doll, and Jennifer finds herself in Hoffman's room with Diana and Hoffman. Hoffman strokes Diana's head and body in a sexual manner as she sobs and he leaves. Diana grabs the mermaid doll, lashes out at Jennifer, and places a dirty rag from inside Hoffman's aquarium at Jennifer's face. Jennifer remembers a part of her promise by the chapter's end. But what was the thing about the model? Like the actual boss model. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. Was it her? Was it Diana as the mermaid or what? Man. That's got to be one of the single most difficult to follow horror game stories I may have ever experienced. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with that. It's a game that requires you to pore over every square inch of space. The mermaid had a large scar on her abdomen reflecting a rushed or amateur abortion. I would have never, ever, ever picked up on that in a million years. While that's incredibly fucked up, I would have never picked up on that. I do remember the one cleaning lady being killed in the airship, but that must have just been a memory of it. That didn't actually happen in the airship. It happened in the orphanage, right? The mermaid was Clara, the older blonde you only ever saw with the headmaster around. Clara. She is a quiet girl in the Rose Garden Orphanage. Although still a teenager, she is not one of the participants in the Red Crayon Aristocrat Club. Jesus Christ, dude. So, basically the whole game was a traumatized Jennifer reliving events, but out of order and not where they actually happened. Like, some of the people that got killed, it in the course of the game, took place in the airship, but that couldn't have been possible. Because it happened at the orphanage. So she was piecing things together or reliving the trauma of the things out of order and not where they originally occurred, is what I'm getting out of it. The only on-screen character who does not appear in any of the game's FMVs. It is somewhat hinted that Martha cared for Clara. Jennifer points out in the Once Upon a Time chapter that Clara looked scary when talking to Martha. This could possibly be due to the fact that Martha would often interrogate Clara on the subjects of her abuse. There's unused audio in the game of Clara crying for help. It would make for too much gameplay in the orphanage if it was the exact same place. I mean, true, but the airship is by far and away the worst part of the game. It's so unnecessarily large, and there's so much backtracking. Like, you're basically running from one end of the airship to the other, and then back and then forth and back and forth, and chasing after all these items and finding all these items. Man, I would, as soon as I was out of the airship, I was happy to never go back. That was my least favorite part of the game by far. To me, here's the thing, and you know, forgive me for comparing things to Silent Hill 2, but that's kind of what I do. Silent Hill 2 managed to tell a story with similar concepts, similar motifs, similar plot elements to this, but in a way that was approachable and understandable by virtually everybody. This game takes very similar concepts, but it presents them like some sort of incredibly complex puzzle. The task to put things together is all on you. Nothing is made clear. It's all, you know, just bits and pieces of information here, bits and pieces of information there. And your first time playing, you're just like, whoa, what is Stray Dog? What is this? What the hell is this supposed to be? You know what I mean? Like, you're just bombarded with things that are just confusing you. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's like if at the end of Silent Hill 2, like, they had never said anything about, like, there was no tape. There was no tape to just flat out tell you anything. It was just like, you get to the end of the game and you fight Mary, and you're just supposed to infer that he killed her, but you're never told. You know what I mean? That was kind of my experience with it. And yeah, spreading it across, you know, not if I were playing it solo, like you said, I was razor focused on it. I think it would have been a lot easier for me to piece together what was going on. I did have a strong guess, because my guess was kind of close to what it ended up being. My guess was and you can go back on the VOD and check. My guess was that something traumatic happened in the orphanage. All the kids died, which I was correct about, and Jennifer was the only survivor of it. That's why she's the only one that appears as an adult in the game. That's actually a fairly close guess, all things considered. That was pretty on point. It was just the details of the whole pretending to be the son and then taking the wig off at the end. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused. It's more given like a daydream of a memory fractured by trauma. Yeah. Hence the jumping around time in the story. Yeah. And the pacing was definitely off. Like, doing big segments that take hours and hours to do just to get small little inferences of what actually happened in the past. It really just, that part didn't sit right with me. It's like the chapter where you were grabbing the 3 stories about the mermaid, the goat sisters, and all that I would cut that entire portion out, to be honest with you. Like, that was wholly unnecessary. The mermaid portion, leave, but it could have just been that and it would have been fine. The other 2 stories were virtually useless in terms of actually piecing together what was happening. And the other thing is, like, I feel like there were too many characters. Like, there was Amanda, and there's Wendy, and there's Martha, there's Hoffman, there's, I mean, obviously Jennifer, and then there's Clara and Amanda. I think I already said Amanda. There's Meg, and then there's, you know, Diana. There's so many fucking characters, dude. It's tough to, like, keep them, it's tough to keep everybody straight in your mind. But I can see why, you know, I feel like the difference between Silent Hill 2 and Rule of Rose is that one is a narrative about pathological lying and the other is dissociative amnesia. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Well, now you have the 4-leaf key, so there's your excuse for a New Game Plus. What's in it? Is it like, I mean, surely it's not like costumes. I feel like this is not a game where you would have costumes. It's probably something that's a lot more relevant, like story-wise, or kind of clears things up for you. Maybe it's just like a big room where you can read all the stories and put the plot together. Nope, costumes are in this game? Oh, okay. New dog? Oh no. You can have a Saint Bernard instead of whatever Brown normally is. The ruins of Flight R101, which serves as inspiration for Jennifer's backstory. I must have missed. There must have been a lot of articles about Jennifer being the sole survivor, because I don't think I read a single article about that. If I went back through the VODs, I may be able to find one part where I talked about that. But dude, I cannot recall reading anything about that. I recalled reading an airship crash. That was it. Nothing about a survivor. And the combat, oh my god, don't get me started on the combat. Silent Hill 2's combat is nothing to write home about. It's very, very jank as well. But holy fucking shit. The combat in this game will make you want to punch a hole in the wall. You guys saw virtually every problem with it in this playthrough. You swing it, you have to wait. The enemies have a ton of invulnerability frames, a ton. The news reported no survivors because no one knew about Gregory. Well, yeah, but like, so how would you know that Jennifer survived that? That's my problem. It's like, how are you supposed to put 2 and 2 together? Well, no, and about the combat, like the developers have admitted that much. Like there's articles you can find about them saying like if they could go back, they wish they could fix it, but they just didn't have time to fix it. I think it's a well-constructed story. I like the presentation now, knowing everything and the pacing and everything, but as a first play, if you're trying to piece everything together on a first play, it's a nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare, dude. There's just too many elements. Like, it's a very difficult thing to put together. Obviously, you were on an airship and survived the game, therefore you survived the crash. Yeah. But it was a very, very interesting game, that's for sure. But yeah, enemies, like, they have a ton of invulnerability frames. The swings have no range on them. The enemies can phase into your model, and they're invincible, but they can still hit you. You take damage. The enemies take damage at a snail's pace, and you take damage, like, a quarter of your health, depending on the attack that they use. They have attacks that knock you down. It takes you like a full 8 or 9 seconds to stand back up. In that time, the enemies can just infinitely combo you because you can't move and they're ready to swing. Like, you could write a fucking college thesis about why the combat is bad in this game. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think with games like this, story is king. And although it's an incredibly dark and warped story, I think it's well written. It's just very complex. It's a little overly complex. So what's next? So Shadow Man, what you have to do is when you go to the channel points, you have to go down to the one that says TTS Monster, the black one. You have to select TTS Monster and then type that in. Yeah, go ahead, Junkyard. There's never any restrictions on that if we're done playing the game. But very, very interesting game. And I'm really glad that I did not read anything about the plot before I played. I'm really glad, because had I done that, it really would have ruined the game for me, I think. I like being confused and I like being challenged on these things. I really do. As much as you guys might think I sound really dumb when I'm confused about this stuff, I actually genuinely enjoy being confused by these things. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is how you don't play? Here we go, baby. You see Jennifer leaving at the end, symbolizing her being found and moving on. And in the game, you can find notes about how Martha had wrote the police at some point to come investigate both Hoffman and Gregory. Yeah, I would have to probably watch a guide on, like, how to find all the crucial memos and entries and articles and things that I missed. Yeah. Because there has to have been a lot of optional shit that I missed. I mean, there just has to be. There's no way around it. Like you said, all of it's missable. So I can imagine somebody who did a playthrough and probably found significantly less than even I found on a first play. But based on what you said and based on what Junkyard said and what a lot of other people have said about this game, they're kind of left in the same boat as me, which is like they finish it and they're like, okay, where's the wiki? Because I'm confused. I'm lost right now.
Yes, please let there be ink ribbons. No, there's no ink
Why does he say ink ribbons? Why does he emphasize it like that? It's so weird.
ribbons.
Because the headmaster was grooming kids and she also knew that Gregory was an unhinged drunk who lived too close. Yeah. I mean, his house was like right there. Like you walk to the side of the orphanage and it's like right the fuck there, is it not? Man, that actually is an incredibly dark story. How did they... Like, Silent Hill 2 is a dark story, but it's a clean script. Like, that's really dark. I would argue some things in Rule of Rose are darker than in Silent Hill 2. Angela's story is probably the darkest in the game. And, I mean... But you're talking about multiple people being assaulted. You're talking about a suicidal guy whose son disappeared. He kidnapped a kid and, like, forced her to basically cosplay as his missing son. Like, that's a really, really dark ass story. Holy shit.
There's no fucking ink ribbons.
Ink ribbons.
I got the clock tower key. There's ammo, but there's no ink ribbons. You've got to be fucking kidding me. There's no ink ribbons. I can't save my game.
Someone should honestly count how many times Phil says the word ink ribbons in this video, let alone this. Oh, I remember this playthrough. He bitched about it the whole way through. Phil should not play any horror games unless they have infinite saves. He does not know how to manage saves. He will save 30 times a minute.
What the fuck is wrong with this game? Why are there no fucking ink ribbons anywhere? That is fucking insane bullshit. There's no ink ribbons.
This is terrible gameplay. I love when he says that. Oh god, yeah, isn't this where Nemesis pops in?
I can't believe there's no fucking... Why would there not be ink ribbons in this room? This is insane. I can't save my game. Alright, let me thoroughly search this room and make sure there's no ink ribbons before I leave.
You know what? Back in the day, I used to say to myself, there's no way this guy is actually this dumb. He's got to be playing a character. And you know what? We're now probably 12 years out from me discovering... And it was about 2012 that I started finding the original This Is How You Don't Play videos. And I still don't know for sure if he's playing a character or not. Even after all these years, it still hasn't been, like, confirmed in my mind. Very, very bizarre.
There's no ink ribbons in here. Unfucking... After a super long sequence of boss shit, the game didn't think, oh, we should put ink ribbons in the fucking save room.
So my question really quick, I'm sorry to keep interrupting the video, but my question, the dev and anybody else, do we play Kuon now? Should we try Kuon next, or what do we play next? I mean, I know we're on this trend of like very rare and expensive PS2 games, but Kuon is one that is like a completely different game. And it's made by From Software, so it'd be an interesting one to kind of dive into. But either way.
Oh my god.
Also, what is the significance of the title? What does Rule of Rose mean? Are they talking about the rose brooch that Wendy gave us? Like the brooch that had the rose on it? The trade that we did? You remember the scene in The Mermaid with Hoffman pawning over Diana saying, no new mommy and daddy will ever want you? Yeah, I remember that. Like a little kid until he gets disinterested and leaves, then she suddenly drops the act because it's a defensive trick she uses to keep him from thinking of her as old enough. Yeah, I remember that. Is that why the game got banned in the UK? Because of that part of it? Or just the kids being in a relationship thing, like the Wendy and Jennifer thing?
You gotta be kidding me. There really is none.
Might have been both.
This is a fucking joke. This is a joke.
Yeah. Oh
my
god.
What is this?
Wow, and he just runs into him.
Fucking bullshit. Oh.
Just runs helplessly back into the save room.
There's no ink ribbons. I don't have any ink ribbons. No.
I want to see what happens when he leaves. Britain when lesbians, but not the kind that can turn into a pornographic male gaze advertisement. Yeah, and plus I think like just the idea of like kids, because they were like kissing in one scene, like they were kissing each other on the cheek and shit, and I don't know, maybe they were just weird about that, like they didn't want to show kids being that affectionate toward each other or something. I don't know, who knows, but apparently it was like a miscommunication from what I read on the because before I played the game, like the night that I first loaded it up, I literally just looked up Rule of Rose controversy, and that was like, the controversy all stemmed from like a misunderstanding of that plot element, where people thought that there was like more than that being shown between two kids, and that's why it ended up getting banned or something. But that's really all it was like harmless, like peck on the cheek type shit. Yeah, the red crayon cult thing that Wendy started as Princess of the Red Rose, she named after the Red Rose brooch. Yeah.
Ribbons. There's no ink ribbons. No.
My god,
no
dude.
Ribbons.
They said there was dumb shit like a Bury the Kid minigame. Oh my god, it's like the San Andreas thing where they had it's like the San Andreas thing with the hot coffee mod. That was literally a mod. That was not a game mode. And people, you know, the news ran with it as if Rockstar had just inserted a sex mini game. But the reality is it was never in the final game, ever. It was removed before it ever got released. But people on PC discovered that it was like hidden in the game files, and they found a way to enable it. It was a mod. It was never in the final game. They cut it before the game ever came out. But before you know it, the media runs with, oh my god, GTA San Andreas has a sex mini game in it. This is horrible. Oh, no problem, Punch. Will you shut up about the ink ribbons already? You have purposefully used them all. No one can be this stupid considering the time you've spent on this planet. But then again, you do have ridiculous notions about bills and the corporate world, thinking that your needs come first and foremost above all else. Holy shit, who is this guy? Charset 412783 has had fucking enough of Phil's nonsense.
That's it.
A Bury the Kid minigame. Holy shit.
Nope. I'm stuck with no ink ribbons. Oh, you can give me grenade rounds, but you can't fucking give me ink ribbons. You've got to be kidding me. Grenade rounds, but no fucking ink ribbons. There's
also,
no ink ribbons.
I'm amazed that this playthrough has direct capture because, as you guys know, for the longest fucking time, Phil he literally sat a camcorder on a tripod in front of his TV, even though his viewers constantly said, dude, get a capture card. What in the fuck are you doing? Everybody else on YouTube is using a capture card. It's a better viewing experience. Like, people get a better idea of what the game's going to look like running. Stop recording your fucking TV. And he just outright refused to do it for like years and years and years and years until it got to the point that his viewers started to dwindle. Then he was like, okay, now I'll buy a capture card. God, what a stubborn fucker this guy is.
Ribbons. There's no ribbons. There's fucking blue herbs. There's a dead dude with something on the floor, but there's no ink ribbons.
The corpse on the right.
There's no ink ribbons. I took a fucking mine thrower, but no ink ribbons. He's holding something in his hand. What is it? Operational instructions. Order of the UBCS Echo team. So we need to ring the bell. Hey, look, what do we got here? We've got the clock tower map.
No ink ribbons. Yeah, why does he emphasize it like that? It's so weird.
Okay. No, I'm not taking it yet because my inventory's almost full. What's this? What the hell is that?
It's just an Easter egg. That's all it does.
Oh, a music box. Playing with weird shit.
This was also back in the days of YouTube where every ounce of silence had to be filled with a joke. For some reason, people just thought that that's what people wanted. You had to make a smart joke or smart ass comment at every tiny little utterance in the game.
It's that new Miley Cyrus tune.
Yeah, this type of stupid shit.
An old music box, its melody is out of order. Probably have to fix it later somehow.
Yeah, dude, I hated that era. Like every single thing that happened in a playthrough, like if any scenery exploded or anything, they would have to go, "Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Oh no." Just drop the fake nonsense. But people loved it back then. That's what got views. You just had to be as bombastic and outrageous as you possibly could be when you did your playthroughs. Yeah, for real, Wang. It was like that. Oh my god, dude, look at this shit. What the fuck? Whoa.
No ink ribbons. Oh, okay. I'm 2 rooms away from another save room and possibly some ink ribbons.
Oh god, don't even get me started on horror games too. The most mild jump scare happens. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Just fucking screaming on camera, blowing their mic up.
Oh fuck. I don't even. Oh god, spiders! There's fucking spiders in here. There's spiders everywhere.
So dumb, dude.
Oh, an art picture postcard. Oh. Alright, I have
Well,
to go to the right.
Markiplier kind of separated himself from that. He doesn't do that much anymore. The most annoying thing about him is that he used to just scream all the fucking time. Like he did a VR thing one time, I forget what it was, some type of VR horror where he was literally screaming the entire video. It drove me nuts. Oh shit, yeah, he doesn't.
Goddamn spiders. There's fucking spiders everywhere. Alright, this might be a save room. Please let there be ink ribbons. I hear the save room sound. I see a fucking typewriter. I think I see ink ribbons. Do I? I can't get them.
I never got into Jacksepticeye either. He just seems like he's being very... No, I mean, I fully respect him because I know he's done a lot of like work for charity and stuff. So full respect to him as a content creator. Nothing about that. It's just a little bit too energetic for me. Like he's almost like a cartoon character. You know what I mean? I can tell that his audience is probably younger people. It's just not for me, and that's fine.
There's not ink ribbons in here. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh yeah, his Persona 3 rage quit that the developers roasted him about on Twitter. Was it where they said the charm salt is real?
Fucking mansion and there's no ink ribbons.
Which
I see what looks like ink ribbons in that bookcase, but the game won't let me look. The game stops me at this chair, and it won't let me open the bookcase. I'm pressing X like crazy.
the worst part about that is that viewers donated for him to play Persona 3, and he just spat in their faces by rage quitting at the final boss. He had spent weeks. Persona 3 is like a 120 to 130 hour JRPG. It is not a short game. He played the whole fucking game and spat in their face by rage quitting at the final boss. That is just horrible, considering people donated for that shit.
There's no ink ribbons. What kind of a sick game is this? There's a staircase coming up.
Dude, these videos help me sleep at night, for real. I especially love the Dead Rising remastered one. That's one of my absolute favorite ones.
No ink ribbons. Oh, I don't even want the mine thrower right now because I don't know what it does.
I love these, dude. Anytime I'm bored, I'm laying there late at night.
I can't believe there's no ink ribbons.
Just turn on one of these and drift off to sleep, you know what I'm saying?
What's this? Nothing. Scenery. I can't save my game. I've been playing for like an hour. I can't save.
By the way, really quick, I just wanted to talk to you directly, the dev. The way that you handled that for that being my first play and for me being very ignorant, I wish most people on Twitch would handle things the way that you did. You handled that very respectfully. You never held my hand. You just gave me vague, directions on what generally I should be doing, but you never told me exactly what to do. Man, I tell you, if everybody handled first plays on Twitch the way that you handled it, there'd be no issues with spoilers or any of that stuff. So I just wanted to say I appreciate that, man. You're a rare breed. Very rare breed.
In my game, there's no ink ribbons.
The fact that he kept the $1,000 dono to play it and wouldn't refund any, and took like 2 years of people giving him shit about it and threatening lawsuit till he finally went back to it. I know, yeah, people were like, dude, we fucking donated for this, we will lawsuit, and then he got scared and he went back and finished it later. Yeah, no problem, man. Seriously, I could tell you had a vested interest in me, like, learning things organically. It must have been a test to your patience, though, and I appreciate that. Because if I was watching somebody struggle really hard on a game that I liked, I would lose it. I would eventually have to just be like, look, dumbass, go here, go there, do this, do that. You know what I mean? So, respect. You're a patient person. You're a patient guy.
Let's try to go up the stairs. I don't know what else to do. Oh, we got another room. Okay, okay.
Oh, don't they bust
Maybe
through?
there's ink ribbons in here.
I thought there was like a bunch of zombies that bust through in here.
The clock tower key.
I think I could do really well with a second playthrough, just not quite yet, because I need a little bit of like a palate cleanser period before I go back to it. But this October, I would love to do a second playthrough. Because now, with the perspective that I have, going back on a second playthrough would really open the door and really open my eyes to what's going on. I wouldn't be so fixated on next chapter. I'd be more fixated on paying attention to those minor details and actually, understanding them and conceptualizing them and everything. Oh God, Metal Gear Solid 2. When he had to fucking open the manual to figure out how to press left trigger and use a ration, that is just... And for at the time he was like a 32-year-old man. That is just, actually no, I think he was like 29 or something, but that is just embarrassing. That is embarrassing, dude.
Oh God. Oh my God, an army of zombies.
Just turn around.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no ink ribbons.
Yeah, first play, nobody gets what the fuck is going on, don't worry. Yeah, a second playthrough would do me a ton of good. So, hey, October, we'll do a round 2. And I'll try to like explain things as they're happening, because I kind of understand it now. And yeah, I think I just need to digest it a little bit, and then we'll go back and do our second playthrough when the time calls for it. I would love to own a physical copy, but man, so expensive.
Oh God. Nemesis.
Yeah, this clock tower fight kicked my ass, dude.
What the fuck?
The clock tower garden, like the courtyard fight in this game, I had to do it like 30 plus times before I actually beat it.
You gotta be kidding me. What? It took that long?
It's an emulator, dude. It's gonna have bugs. He's playing this on PS3, I would imagine.
Oh my God, it's one of those giant fucking tarantula things.
Reaction. Geriatric reaction times. Look at this. He has like a full 2 seconds to shoot and just doesn't. 1, 2. What are you doing?
Ugh. That's disgusting. Oh, get out of my way! Shit. Oh. We've got red herbs and...
I'll show you one of my favorite videos of his ever. Is this? He was playing a Sonic game when this happened. Look at this.
Let's head into the volcano. Instant death.
That is not a real laugh. What in the fuck is that? I'm getting that as a sound redeem right the fuck now. Guys, as soon as I shut the stream off, I'm recording this and I'm going to make that a sound redeem. It needs to be one. We're just going to call it Seal Laughing. Starting right here.
Let's head into the volcano. Instant death.
Instant death. Seal Laugh Redemption now? Yes, dude. And then there's also the banana song that he improv'd during Donkey Kong 64. By the way, he was like 38 when he did this. I'd like to point that out.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in. Squeeze banana.
A 38-year-old man with the humor of an actual fourth grader. What in the fuck is that? That's so cringe it makes my eyes water. By the way, he has denied its existence for years. He's tried to memory hold this stupid shit because somebody was using it as their intro. One of his detractors was using it in their intro, and he tried to claim he never did it. He never did the banana song. It's like, dude, you're on camera in 4K fucking doing it. Drop that shit. We know you did it. By the way, look. They called his local news station and got his birthday message on the local news. Almost SpongeBob.
And happy 40th birthday to Philip in Britain. Hope today is a positive day full of video games and championship wrestling.
Hope today is a positive day filled with video games and championship wrestling.
Love Cat, Son, Jasper, Howard, John, Rich, Jordan, and everyone down at the farms.
Howard, John, Rich, and everybody down at the farms. Kiwi Farms.
I'm sure he's watching WrestleMania this
week. Today is a positive day full of video games and championship wrestling.
And then the other one was DSP radio. What would they call that? A dedication? Yeah. So a while back, we're talking like 2017, Phil was dating a girl named Panda Lee, and they broke up. And somebody called a local radio station pretending to be DSP to play the song Baby Come Back. Listen.
89.7 KACC, we got a dedication in. These kids and their names, I swear. So, Darkside Phil wants to dedicate a song to Panda Lee. He wants to dedicate Baby Come Back by Player. I don't know what to say, guys. Okay, so anyway, here's Baby Come Back by Player, and they actually wanted me to say Baby Come Back, ack, 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 ack. I don't get it. I really don't get it with these kids. But yes.
I love how he thinks it's a kid. I really don't get it with these kids, and they specifically wanted me to say Baby Come Back, ack, ack, ack. I don't get it. I really don't get it with these kids. These kids and their names. So Darkside Phil. Imagine calling into a radio station in all seriousness and saying, my name is Darkside Phil. Oh my god. My name is Darkside Phil, and I need to dedicate a song.
Vacation in. These kids.
Oh my god. It's just, it just writes itself, the comedy here. It's just a never-ending comedy, dude. Oh, that is too good. And then there was also another clip that I always remember of him is where he was talking about a rainy day fund. And apparently he thought a rainy day fund meant that you use a bunch of money specifically because it's raining outside, and you end up doing something different than you originally planned. That's what he thought a rainy day fund was. Instead of going to the beach, for example, let's use that money to go to the casino. That's what he thought a rainy day fund was until his chat corrected him. Yeah. Oh, the camera's not on. Camera's been on the whole time, huh? It's raining, so you blow your money on something fun. Yeah, that's what he thought it was. Here's the clip. Like, where would you even learn such a thing?
Do I know what a rainy day fund is? Yeah, it's called when you actually have extra money on top of your standard of financial obligations. It's money you save up so that when a day comes when it's say, oh, you were going to do something, but now there's nothing to do today because it's raining out or it ruined your plans, or you just have a random day when you just want to do something different, you can spend that money on it. It's basically money you save up just to blow on a special day when normally you're going to do one thing and you can't do that anymore, right? Like, oh, we were going to go out to the beach today, you know, but it rained. So instead of going to the beach, we're gonna go to the bowling alley and bowl and do some and go to the arcade and play some games or something. You know what I mean? That's a rainy day fun.
Immediately, everybody's like, "No, it is not. No, 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 no." And he's like reading that they're all.
Yes, it is, and you don't know that, you're a fucking idiot. That's exactly what it is.
Immediately gets mad.
If you're thinking something different, probably you were taught the wrong thing. Because that's exactly what it is. That's the textbook definition. Extra money you saved up outside of your normal financial obligations to basically spend on a day that you can do something different from what you had originally planned because things went wrong.
Yes, no, I can see the logic. I can see how you could come to that conclusion. If someone just used the term rainy day fund and didn't explain to me exactly what it means, that I would probably think that too. But it's clear that he was never actually told what it means. He just heard the term and just assumed, oh, that must be what it means.
According to your original plans. A spare pocket change that you can blow on something at a moment's notice, basically. That's a rainy day fund. Well, whatever you guys are saying a rainy day fund is not what I was taught in school. I'm just telling you, it's not what I was taught in school at all.
Oh, now it's the teacher's fault.
The rainy day fund is meaning that if something goes wrong, all right, and so now your original plans of what you were going to do with said day or said money is not possible, you would then have this money to basically be able to do something else in its place. That's what a rainy day fund always was. I was taught that in school. I remember studying the definition of it in fucking school. So maybe it's a different thing today, but that's not what it used to be.
Like, dude,
the last
just
time I was in school,
what is the deal with all this pettiness? Just admit that you were wrong. Like, see, this is, and I promise I'm not trying to psychoanalyze anybody, but my brother is like this too. So growing up, not getting into a big long story, it's very short. My brother was never really punished for anything, but I always was. So my brother grew up thinking he was always right about everything, and he acts very, very confrontational, just like Phil does. If he's ever proven to be wrong about anything, it's always, well, that's not what I was taught, and it's not my fault because I was told this and I was told that, and you're the one that actually told me. You know what I mean? Like, they just can never just say, oh yeah, I guess I was wrong. Such a simple thing for some people is like tantamount to admitting you killed somebody. Like, they just will not do it under any circumstances. It's like the end of the world if they have to admit that they're wrong about something. You know what I mean? No, I can see his logic on that, but like, once he's already been shown to be wrong, it's the fact that he just calls people fucking idiots and says, well, this is what I was taught in school, so maybe it means something different now. Like, no, as far as I understand, rainy day fund has always meant the same thing. Emergency money used in case you have a very bad day that you can use to bail you out of said bad day. But yeah, it's just, I don't know why some people have such a hard time admitting that they're wrong about things. Like, yeah, there's been things that I was certain I was right about, and it turns out I was wrong about them. I do not see how it could be seen as a rainy day fund. You would probably always spend less money because it rained. Yeah, like you were originally planning to do some big trip or something, but instead you're just going somewhere local. I mean, setting aside the assholishness, his logic is just a more specific interpretation of a general concept. Yeah, for sure. It's just like if you were to tell 10 people just to give them the term and not what it means, probably some of them would come back to you and say that it means the same thing he just said. But yeah, it's just the weird part about it to me is like the doubling down and the tripling down and quadrupling down and like finger pointing and blaming other people. Like, bro, just admit you were wrong. Holy shit. It's just not a big deal. That was one of the most important lessons I ever learned in life, was just to admit, oh yeah, I guess I'm wrong about that. Oh yeah, I must have not remembered it correctly or something like that. And then the confrontation's over. It's over. And you just move on to another topic. But instead, it's like some people just can't let that go. Like, they have to have the final word. They have to be right. Even if they know they're not right, they have to be right in one little aspect of it. Or they have to give themselves an out, where it's like, well, I might be wrong, but I was taught wrong, so it's not my fault. You know, like, just fucking admit it. What the fuck? I always thought rainy day funds were always code for safety net for for whatever reason, I'm unable to bring in an income for a while. Yeah, pretty much. Emergency money that can be used in case you have a really bad / rainy day. Like the whole when it rains it pours thing. It kind of ties into that. If you have a very rainy day, then you can use that money to help you get through that time. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, or like, oh, hey, that's so weird. I always knew it this way, but yeah, we're basically saying the same thing. Yeah, it's kind of like the Mandela effect. You know, the Mandela effect is one of those things where people will just fight tooth and nail to say that they were actually right about something. But it's like, if all the evidence you're looking up says that it actually wasn't that way, at what point do you just stop being prideful about it and say, well, I guess I was wrong? You know? And some of this shit happened. Like this whole Sinbad Genie movie nonsense. This supposedly happened in like 1992 or 1993. We're talking 30 plus years ago now. There's a chance you're remembering things wrong. What's the big deal? I imagine the whole rain thing stems from when working hours and such were dictated by weather and availability of sunlight. Probably. Yeah, most likely. But yeah, there's just so many better ways to go about it, but like for some reason he just instantly goes into confrontation mode. If you think it's something else, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, what? What are you on about, dude? Why are you so angry? Welcome back, Salt. He low-key a hottie? Oh, you were talking about Markiplier. It's just bizarre. Like, some people just get so angry about and confrontational at the drop of a hat. It's like, holy fuck, man, relax. Well, anyways, guys. So something I do want to mention. Me with the Shattered Memories. Hell yeah, Different Persons. One of my favorite songs off the Shattered Memories soundtrack, in fact. You know what's interesting about this song is this little passage right here. The song is actually intentionally out of phase. So when you listen with headphones, it actually kind of feels like there's a sensation inside your ear canals. Listen closely to this part right here if you're wearing headphones. When it goes out of phase, it's very bizarre. But he does it on purpose. So right here. There. Doesn't that feel weird? And then it pulls back and then it feels normal again. It's like one side is heavier than the other, or like there's a sensation inside your ear. Yeah. No, that was an artistic choice by Akira on that one. Now this is the normal version. Yeah, it's very, very bizarre. But cool. Very cool. Such a creative artist, man. He really is. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to call it, but there's actually a really high likelihood that I'll do an extra stream this weekend because, I don't know, I'm just really feeling like streaming a lot this weekend for some reason. I don't know. It could be that I just love streaming. Why? Just throwing that out there. It could be a wild concept, you know, that I just love streaming. But anyways, there's the Discord if anybody wants to join it. You're not in there already. I think most everybody, if not all of you guys are. But if anybody isn't, there you can join it. A couple YouTube channels there if you want to check those out. But let's go ahead and break those chains in 3, 2, 1. Let me get a good snap.